Good evening and welcome to another night of BC football here on WatchBCSports.com. I'm Kevin Thomas, alongside me, Stevie Powers. Joining us here once again for BC football, where tonight the Cadets take on the Lions of Hebron Christian Academy out of Decula in the metro Atlanta area. Here this evening, Cadets 4-0, and the Lions come in at 3-1, having lost their first game just last week here in the regular season. Captains walking out on the field. Your captains tonight for BC, Luke Cromanock, Cole Walker, and Irvin Jobs. They will go out there to take the coin toss. But, Stevie, as we get ready for this one between BC and Hebron Christian, different atmosphere tonight. Obviously, much fewer people across the way than we had last week. A little less energy pregame in the stands than we had last week. But if you're BC, how do you kind of say, hey, we still got to go out and execute and win the football game?
Yeah, no, definitely coming off a high last week. Incredible environment last week. I tipped my cap to the BC fans that came out last week and supported our guys. But got to come out tonight, play fast, stick to the BC way, and get off to a quick start.
And, again, you have to kind of generate some of the energy early for your team because, again, last week everybody in the state was watching this game. This week it's more about yourself, I would imagine. Want to get something started early against a team that wants to come out and run the football.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think first things first on defense, getting that D-line going quick. Obviously a team that likes to pound the football. And then on offense, just taking those quick hits and getting out early, getting the ball out to your playmakers and letting them make plays.
When you're in this offense, A.J. DePhillips, obviously you have the home run ability. How much when you talk about executing, and I know he's doing the play calling, but when you talk about executing is not try for the home run every time. It's like, hey, the offense will work if we check down, if we do some of the crossing routes, and we can get some big plays off of that, and maybe not come out and say, well, we have the weapons, let's try one deep right out the chute.
Yeah, absolutely. It's about setting up those big plays, right? So you come out, see what the defense is giving you. These guys have been prepping for Hebron all week, so they know what that defense is going to present. They just got to be a little bit aggressive with the run game early and let those guys start creeping down and then hit them deep whenever it opens up.
Hebron Christian going to get the ball first, so BC will be on defense. And last week had a chance to see a couple of guys have some really big games. We expected, again, Bryce Baker, 100 yards on, I think, 7 carries last week, all over the place on defense. And Luke Cromanock had a just fabulous game when you needed it most. What do you expect from both of those guys?
Expect the same exact result. Obviously Luke's a special player. Bryce is as well. Really impressed by the way Bryce played last week defensively, but obviously he's one of those guys that can go out and make a big play, and we're going to need a couple of those early tonight.
BC getting ready to take the field. It's youth night tonight. Got a lot of the, middle school age rec kids out there welcoming the BC cadets onto the field. Do you remember doing that when you were in your younger age and what it was like, hey, we get to get out on the big field here?
I do. I remember looking up to the guys. I went to St. Peter's out on Wilmington Island, so very affiliated with everything BC. And I remember coming out to the games and looking up to those guys and just how excited I was to be in their position. So our guys carry themselves with a lot of pride and a lot of class, and they're really good role models for those kids.
BC going to be wearing the white pants with the maroon tops tonight, the white letters and numbers, and the solid maroon helmets, kind of the traditional BC look tonight. I know they've incorporated a lot of the gray in the last few years, but just the classic BC look tonight.
Yeah, the gray looks really, really good. I know we brought it out last week for the big game, but definitely going back to the retro BC look tonight, and that never fails.
Hebron Christian going to wear maroon pants themselves. The Lions with the stripe up the leg, white tops with maroon numbers, and kind of a black helmet with a gold lion there on the side as they run out on the field. Again, not as many folks across the way making the trip for this one from Metro Atlanta, but again, BC with a chance to go to 5-0 heading into the off week. They've played some tough games so far here in 2023. Love to have a nice finish heading into the off week.
Yeah, absolutely. About upcoming off week, it's a little bit lighter on the practice side during those off weeks, and obviously you got the weekend off. So come out, play fast, take care of business, stay healthy, most importantly, and get in and out of here with a win.
So BC will kick it first here as we await the cadets to come out. Here we go. As they fire the cannon, here come the cadets for the 5th time here in 2023. And they will be kicking off to the Lions, who are already out there on the field. They will take the ball first. BC will obviously then get the ball in the second half. It will be Connor Ferguson. He'll kick it right to left. Hebron Christian will go left to right here in quarter number 1. And again, glad you're along here with us on WatchBCSports.com. And again, we'll mention, as we do every week when we're at home, per the Cadets' request, no video for this game here tonight, so we bring you the radio call for the home games here on WatchBCSports.com. So Cadets are out there quickly, and Connor Ferguson will tee it up here on the 40-yard line. Lions have two players back deep. Jarrett Kemp stands about the 5-yard line. We'll look and see who's on the far hash. KJ Thomas.
Got a chance to talk to Pat Parker earlier this week about Ferguson and just how special he is, and a lot of great things to say about him. Obviously, he was a weapon last week, and look for him to have another big leg tonight.
So Connor Ferguson ready to go, right to left. And we are underway here at Memorial Stadium, straight up the left hash, and it will go into the end zone just across the line. And once again, 1st and 10 from the 20 is where Hebron Christian will start off. Again, the Lions want to run the football. They've got a nice running back in Devon Caldwell, who's averaging about 160 yards a game. They don't throw it a lot. I think their leading receiver is only averaging about 30 yards a game. So when they do, they want to make it count. But all eyes will be on number 16. Stallworth, and he lines up at the quarterback spot. Here to start things off. Puts a man in motion, takes the snap, and he will flare it out in the flat. And BC reads that nicely back to the 16-yard line. A host of tacklers out there make that play, and that's one I've not seen a lot of teams have success with, trying to beat BC to the edge.
Yeah, side to side is going to be really, really tough to beat BC out there on the edge, and Bryce Baker coming out quick, already making plays.
And now they'll empty it out for Stallworth in the backfield. Twins either side, and H-back now he'll motion a man here to the near side. Stallworth will roll out, looking. Going to tuck the football and get back to the 20, and there's a flag, and that's tough. That's going to be on Cam Cody, but clear as day, got a little piece of the face mask there, and that's going to be a little bit extra there for the Lions at the end of that run.
Yeah, good coverage downfield. Had a little bit of a gap there to tuck the ball and run. We just kind of grazed his face mask there and took him down.
So Stallworth will watch them march the ball up, get a first down out to the Lions 37-yard line. Devon Caldwell will come in the backfield and set next to Stallworth for the first time. They'll put trips up top of the formation, solo it up here on the bottom. Zach Maxwell is going to have the coverage. And BC jump. Did they get back? Yes, they did. And this will be the give to Caldwell straight ahead across the 40 to the 42, a gain of 4. Make it 5 on first down. And it'll bring up second down and 5.
Looks like we're going to see a lot of that tonight with the shotgun handoff right up the middle. We got a late flag here.
Really late flag.
Maybe too many guys on the field for Hebron.
It came from the lead official from the back. And let's see what this is. He's talking to Danny Britt about backing him up. Haven't seen an official award, but it's got to be illegal substitution, it looks like. But so that'll make it second illegal substitution on Hebron Christian. And they put it all the way back behind the sticks, back to the 32. So this will be 2nd and 15. So just where you want them if you're the Cadets. Stallworth in a shotgun, everybody up top. One running back stands to his right. Here's the snap. He'll look in the slot. That ball is caught, immediately hit. Oh, no, they're going to say incomplete. That was number 32, Wilkes Albert. Hit him immediately. Going to bring up 3rd down and 15.
Playing a little zone coverage right there. Nice job by Wilkes. Break up that pass. Quick hit, kind of like Ware tried to do on us a lot last week. Looks like we're making an adjustment this week coming into this game and shutting down those quick hits.
So 3rd and 15. Haven't seen a lot of Caldwell. for Hebron Christian. Maybe trying to open BC up to try to come back to that, but I'm going to say it's 2nd and 15. And here is Stallworth in a shotgun now. What do we have? Timeout, Hebron Christian. I don't think they are maybe lined up the way they should be. We'll step aside here quickly. 10:28 to go in the first. No score. It'll be 2nd and 15 when we come back here on WatchBCSports.com.
Bowtie Barbecue has always been a work of passion. It takes time, skill, and a blend of perfect temperature, wood, smoke, and meats. We just took it up a notch. Taste the passion. Bowtie Barbecue, 6724 Waters Avenue, Savannah.
And so far, outside of
not much at all. Defense is doing a really good job. Obviously, an unfortunate penalty there early in the game, but looks like they're trying to do a lot of what Ware did last week. Hit us with those short routes early. That obviously opened up the deep pass last week where Ware going up 14-0 on some big hits early in the game, but BC's doing a really nice job of shutting that down.
So we come out of the timeout. Lions will put 4 wide in the formation. And Stallworth and Caldwell in the backfield. BC with a 4-man front. And they'll motion Caldwell out of the backfield. Stallworth, pump fake over the middle. Has this man caught into BC territory at the 45 before he is stuck at the 44 by Makai Williams coming up from his safety spot. But a huge gain there on 3rd and long. And a first down here for the Lions.
Yeah, nice little pump fake there by the quarterback. Had a guy going down over the middle.
All right, so 1st and 10 from the Cadets' 43-yard line. Trips up top, one here to the near side. They'll give it to Caldwell. BC all over that. Cam Cody hit him immediately along with Jeremiah Thomas on the inside. And those 3 big guys on the defensive line just continue to move mountains out of the way there.
For sure. They're going to have a really hard time running it up the middle on our big front line.
Officially no gain for Hebron Christian. Lions in BC territory, 2nd down and 10. Here's the snap. Stallworth going to run a little inside option play, and that goes nowhere. Ariane Guyton, 3rd Scroggins, I believe. Let's see who gets up off the ground. That's number 11. It was 3rd Scroggins. Hit him in the backfield, loss of 1. Describe that play, kind of a little fake option inside pitch there, I guess.
Yeah, anytime you watch the Kansas City Chiefs, they run that all the time with Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Quarterback kind of running to his left and pitching it back up the middle to try to get something, but we were there.
3rd and 11 from the BC 44-yard line. Stallworth now out of the gun, takes the snap, looks for a quick hit in the slot. It is dropped. Wilkes Albert all over him again. That's twice. They tried to pick on Wilkes, and he has had none of it.
No, he's right there, ready for it. Very nice job by Wilkes.
4th down and 12, and let's see what the Lions decide to do. Can't imagine you'd want to give BC the ball here at their own 44 if you don't make it. But they haven't trotted on the punt team just yet. I think they're going to go for this on 4th and 11. And they go with a little bigger lineup. They'll bring Caldwell off the field. Trips to the left. Here's Stallworth. He'll roll left. Still looking. Going to wind up. Let it fly. Down the middle of the field. Has a man too strong. And running there just a step with him was Makai Williams. And I guess the thinking was there, if it's intercepted, it's a punt. And if it busts open, you got a touchdown.
Yeah, really nice throw. That was about a 55-yard throw there for Stallworth. Got to obviously showing off his arm a little bit. Just missed his guy a little deep.
So the Cadets will take over in great field position here on their own 44-yard line. It'll be Luke Cromenhawk leading the offense out as the Cadets take the field for the first time. 8:42 to go in the first quarter. Beautiful night for football, kind of the first cool night we've had.
Can't get much better than this.
Get a shotgun, he'll give it around. This is going to be Bubba Frazier, makes a man miss and gets caught at the 50-yard line. Tracked down by number 12, Justin Hornick. But not before Bubba Frazier gets 6 on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Bubba Frazier is a really, really special player. Getting a chance to talk to the coaching staff, they're all really, really excited about Bubba Frazier.
And just another one of those guys with elite speed. Trips here, now make it quads as they'll motion Nasir out. This is just going to be a quarterback keeper off the left side for Krobenock. He'll get into Lions territory. They'll give him the 48, so give Luke 2. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2. And that's something I know the cadets have tried to do with Luke 4, 5, 6 times a game. Just let him take it and see what he can do. 3rd and short, 7:47 in the first. Out of the flex bone look. Now they'll give straight ahead. Nasir Samuel ahead to the 45. That'll be a 1st down. Give him 3. And move the chains for the cadets. And so many different looks for BC out of what most people would say appear to be 2 basic formations.
Yeah, tough to game plan defensively when you're throwing so many different looks at them every possession.
Twins either side. Actually, they'll move Bryce Baker, who's in there, and Danny Britt wants a timeout. So, obviously, BC couldn't get lined up there on that play. They got Bryce Baker in at running back, and he wants to talk it over real quick. And how often does that happen? I know you work, but sometimes it's just somebody, I guess, doesn't hear the full play and is not doing right. What happens when you see stuff like that?
Yeah, well, obviously a smart timeout. You don't want to take a penalty there, especially on 1st and 10. When you have a guy like Bryce Baker who's playing both ways, a lot of times he's running off, get some water, catching his breath, and then coming right back onto the field. So anytime you're bringing guys on and off like that, sometimes there's a little bit of confusion, and a lot of times it's just, hey, we're not moving at a fast enough pace to get ready to go to snap the ball, so we got to call timeout before that play clock runs out.
It'll be 1st and 10, 7:21 to go in the first. Both teams have used a timeout. First BC possession of the ball game. And they are just into Lions territory at the 45. And now the cadets will run back out there. Just a quick timeout. Trips here to the near side. One receiver is LaDon Bryant up top. And Bryce Baker again is in there at the running back spot. Here's the snap. Luke, he'll flare it out to Bryce. They got it sealed off. He's at the 45. 40 tries to cut back, still making men miss. At the 35, down towards the 31, 30-yard line. A gain of 15 for Bryce Baker. And again, you could see it from the moment he caught it. The cadets had it walled up nice.
Yeah, very good job perimeter blocking. That's one thing that I even know back in my days when I was playing. We do a lot of focus on perimeter blocking with the receivers. Very good job right there by our guys.
Cadets are going to go quick. They stack twins either side. And here's the snap. Luke, all kinds of time up front. Will throw it short and wide. Was looking for Ack Edwards on a little short curl route and just threw it too far outside. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Cadets back at it again. No huddle. They'll put Ack to the other side, giving Luke trips to the top of the formation. Bubba Frazier by himself. Here's the snap. Luke's going to give it to Nasir Samuel. Tries to turn the right side corner and gets inside the 30. Far side official going to give him 27-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 7. So a big 3rd down here. You are in Connor Ferguson range at least to try it. Empty set for Krobenock here on 3rd down. Takes a snap, throws it quickly underneath. Bubba Frazier's got it set up 20. He cuts inside at the 17. He is met at the 17. I believe that was Justin Hornick that hit him there at the 17, but that's going to be enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, hitting them with those quick screens early. Again, just getting the ball out quick into the playmaker's hands, and guys doing a good job with the perimeter blocking, giving our guys some space to run.
So move the chains for the cadets inside the red zone here. 2 receivers here to his left. Luke takes the snap. Inside give to Barry Green. Makes a man miss at the 15 and stutters inside down to the 14. A nice gain of about 5 on 1st down. And again, 2nd and medium. And how much does that change the play calling when you're able to get 4 or 5 on 1st down?
It absolutely does, especially in the red zone here. Obviously, anytime you want your red zone percentage to be very, very high, especially in a game like this. So let's see if we can punch it in.
Trips to the wide side, which is the near side. Here's the snap inside to Barry Green. Going to stutter in the hole and maybe get a yard. And he is shoved back. I think the Lions want to say the ball came out, but official saying he was down. I think DeBerry, one of those guys that didn't get to play last week against Ware. And good to see him back out there.
Look for us to take a shot right here. Been kind of setting them up. Maybe one-on-one on the outside. Had some opportunities with LaDon early with one-on-one coverage, so watch for
got a stack formation over to the right, in close. Now they'll motion. Ack Edwards here. Here's the snap. Luke, they got the wheel route set up. Out of the backfield to Barry Green. Just couldn't hang on. He had it at the pylon, and then good defense kind of hit him as he tried to haul it in, and he dropped it. It'll bring up 4th down. And that's become a staple of BC and the A.J. DePhillips offense. You get down in certain down and distance, and you see that running back wheel route coming out of the backfield, and it's been very successful.
It is. Very tough. It's a very tough pass to make as a quarterback. You know, those are not easy to throw.
So here's Connor Ferguson out of the hold of Houston Jackson. This will be right hash from the 21-yard line. So a 31-yard field goal attempt for BC with 4:49 to go here in the first. Hold is good. Kick is up, and it is hits the side, the right upright, and no good. So a tough finish to that drive, and Connor's kind of had some of that tough luck kicking the football where it just misses, and that one hits the right upright, and it'll go back to Hebron Christian here.
Yeah, it's a really good drive to start the game. It's always unfortunate when you get inside the red zone and you can't finish. Hopefully we can get the ball back quick here on defense and get it back into our offense's hands.
So Hebron Christian out there quickly. And again, they've been kind of bottled up, had to settle for some quick hitters that the Cadets have snuffed out pretty quickly. Nothing down the field and not much of a semblance of a running game thus far on that first drive. And Jarvis Mathurin is in there at running back. Stallworth puts a man in motion. Here's the snap, inside give. A lot of BC guys there, and that's going to be Zach Maxwell coming up to make the stop at the 22. So comes down from his cornerback spot. Makes the stop. It'll be 2nd down and about 7. And that's been a part, Stevie, that I think a lot of folks have talked about is the tackling and physical nature of this secondary, which lost 3 guys from a year ago that were starters.
Yeah, it's impressive. I mean, they're coming down full speed ahead and able to keep their hips underneath them and make a good tackle. And that's one of the biggest things is being able to make tackles from that safety and cornerback position. So
empty set here for Stallworth. Steps up, nowhere to go. And number 55 and number 79 or 76, Cam Cody, Jeremiah Thomas just collapsed the pocket and nowhere to go. No gain. It'll be 3rd down and about 7.
Yeah, with a D-line as good as ours, Stallworth's going to have to get outside of the pocket. I understand trying to step up, obviously, and make a throw. But if they're going to put up points tonight, he's going to get outside of the pocket, and him and his receivers are going to have to make some plays.
Some late substitutions here for Hebron Christian. They've got trips up top. Zach Maxwell's in man coverage here at the bottom of the formation. Stallworth stays in that gun, takes the snap, looking here to the near side, trying to get that one-on-one matchup. He just gets ate up. Cam Cody there to shut it down. Slam Stallworth to the ground back at the 15. He just kind of threw it up for help and nothing doing, and that'll be a 3-and-out. Nice defensive stand there for the Cadets.
Yeah, Cam Cody did a really nice job. Stallworth with the pump fake, but Cam didn't bait it, didn't fall for the bait, and stayed on his feet and was able to get his hands in his face to disrupt that pass.
3:12 to go here in the first. No score still. Will be Makai Williams back at the, I think he's going to step all the way back in BC territory. See, ball set to be kicked. Looks like Stroud Morris, number 27. He'll hang one up here on the near sideline. He's going to chase Makai back. He'll let it bounce, and it will take a Lions roll into BC territory inside the 40. Touched up at the 38-yard line. That's where the Cadets will take over. So start at the 44 and the 38. 2 really great starting spots for your drives here.
Yeah, another really good opportunity here to get down the field and put up some points. Good for the offense to start kind of taking some shots early on.
And so far, they've got a couple of big D tackles out there, but they haven't really been able to get back there. And I know BC's done a lot of quick hitting stuff. Haven't really gotten any pressure on Luke at all.
No, offensive line's doing a phenomenal job so far.
So here's Luke out of a shotgun on first down. A couple of linebackers walk up. Now Luke's going to keep it. He'll counter against the blitz. 35, 40, 45, 50, 45 down at the 40 of Hebron Christian. And that time they showed blitz from the left side, Stevie, and Luke just, I guess in your quarterback's mind, pretty easy read, go the other way.
Yeah, no, that was the perfect play call. They brought blitz from the outside, and we were able to sneak it right up the middle. Wide open hole for a nice game.
BC lines up quickly. Crobenhawk straight drop, got all kinds of time. Over the middle, fed it in there. Bubba Frazier thought he held on to it. He took a couple of shots there at the 20 and just couldn't hang on, but all kinds of time for Luke, and he threaded the needle on that throw, just couldn't hang on.
He did. That was a fantastic throw. Had a guy underneath and over the top. He snuck it in there, but really, really tough to make a catch like that in traffic.
So they'll bring in Mekhi Williams to play a little wide receiver here on second down and 10. And here's Crobenhawk. He'll take it and give it to Nasir Samuel off the right side. Has the corner turn at the 35, 30. All kinds of room. 25, 20 at the right sideline. 15, 10, 5. Knocked out of bounds at the 4, at the 3. And it'll be first and goal on just a quick off-tackle play there to the right side.
Yeah, really nice kick right there. Was able to bounce it outside, find some room, and he tried to sneak it in there, just fell out of bounds a little early.
.221 to go. First and goal from the 3. Luke steps up, talking to his offensive line. Maybe changing the projection here. Twins to the left. He'll put DeBerry Green to his left. DeBerry gets it straight ahead. Didn't quite get there. He got to the 1 before he was shoved back. Gain of 2. It'll be second and goal from the 1.
That's one of those plays. We saw it last night in Thursday Night Football. Actually, Justin Jefferson trying to reach over the goal line, fumbles it into the end zone for a touchback. Probably could have reached it over there, but better safe than sorry early in the game. Second and goal here.
Cadets will go with the flex bone look. And here's the give to Barry Green. Did he get there? Boy, he got spun around again. BC thinks he got there. Did he fumble the football? He did. On the goal line. And now Hebron Christian will get it from the 1. Luke's still out there talking. I think Danny Britt saying something to the officials. But, again, 2 solid drives to start the ball game and just hadn't been able to finish.
Yep, just unable to finish early on. And, again, it's like we talked about it earlier in the game. Coming off of a really, really big win last week, you're still kind of riding that wave and riding that high. It's tough to come into an environment like this. It's not as electric. But they're doing a really good job putting some drives together. We just got to finish them.
So first and 10 from the, well, they pushed it back out to the 2. So they've got 98 yards to go.
It's like Hebron's going to try to spread some receivers out wide here and run it right up the middle to try to get off their backs off the goal line a little bit.
Stallworth in the shotgun. They'll go straight ahead. Gets to the second level out towards the 5 before, I believe that was
Wilkes Albert.
Wilkes Albert again. He has been all over the place here early. So second down and 7.
Wilkes is going to be busy tonight with the way this offense works. A lot of running between the tackles.
A minute 15 to go here in the first. No score. Cadets have had 2 solid drives, just have not been able to finish. A missed field goal and then a fumble at the goal line. Have stalled out BC. Here's a snap straight ahead again and turned around at the 8 and at the 9.
It's be really big right here to get off the field on 3rd and short. Give us an opportunity for some really good field position and maybe even go after a punt.
The Lions just been direct snapping it to Barrett Bruce the last couple of plays to get him off the goal line. And now they bring Stallworth back in to run the show at quarterback.
We're going to go back into that same shotgun look. Receivers really spread out. Again, trying to just spread that defense out, see if their O-line can move our guys around to get a hole up the middle.
So now kind of a shot. It's a Wildcat again. They go to Bruce again. Oh, nice step up from Mekhi Williams playing down at the safety spot, but he gets out close to the 15. That should be enough for a first down. And Mekhi bringing the lumber there. And 13 seconds. I think Hebron Christian going to be content to take this to quarter number 2 and a tie ball game. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Lions 15-yard line when we come back for quarter number 2. No score. You are listening to Cadets Football on WatchBCSports.com.
You know, Christian, after a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Cool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Cool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Cool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's coolvibespizza.com. Cool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Cool Vibes.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. No score here after one quarter between BC and Hebron Christian. But, Stevie, you feel like it's – I guess you got to feel this way, but you feel like it's a matter of time for BC. They put 2 good drives together and just haven't been able to finish.
Yeah, you run into those sometimes. I mean, we're talking about high school kids here. So you run into those I call them lulls, right? You try to avoid them as a team and as a program, but it's bound to happen, and you just got to keep pushing through them.
So we go to the other end. Hebron Christian will go right to left here in the second. BC will work left to right. Got a Bernard Williams trivia question for you. Who was Hebron Christian's first head football coach? I have no idea.
I wouldn't even know who to guess.
We'll see if Christian Gokel will give us the answer here before too much longer.
I feel like Christian's out there in Oregon.
That's right.
Googling questions to try to trump us.
Yes, coming up with
and he got us. He's 1 for 1.
That's right. 1 for 1 so far. So here we go to start the second. It's going to be, looks like they're going to direct snap it to Caldwell here maybe. And he will stutter, keep it, and BC can't do that. Reads it nicely. And he'll push him back at the 12-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 13. And that time, I felt like, Caldwell just kind of stood there. And if you're going to give BC time to react, that's not going to work either.
Yeah, against that front, and especially Wilkes Albert there in the middle, I mean, if you're going to hit it, you better hit it quick. So if not, we're going to be there.
So they'll leave Caldwell back there by himself. Put a couple receivers here. Nope, now Stallworth is there. So Stallworth and Caldwell side by side, twins here to the near side. Now they'll put Caldwell out of there. Stallworth looks, tries to throw back. It is dropped. Had a man. Just a quick fake to the right, and they threw back to the left. And in and out of the hands of Mathurin. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 13.
Yeah, ball was a little bit behind his receiver there, but Scroggins was there, gave the quarterback a good lick there at the end of the play.
All kinds of pressure. I mean, and then this is one where it's 0-0, but you feel like the way this is going is in BC's favor. The defensive line is getting pressure, and the offense just hasn't converted yet. It feels like you've played a lot down on this end.
Absolutely.
11:09 to go here in the second. Here's the snap to Stallworth, looking, going to wind up, come up the near side, looking for a deep shot, and out of bounds. Overthrown. He was looking for Kemp coming up the near sideline here, and that's going to be 4th down, and now the Lions going to have to punt it probably out of their own end zone here.
Yeah, really good job by the defense there. Again, giving the offense the ball back with some really good field position. Tell you what, Stallworth has a very good arm.
Yeah, that one landed up around the 45. He let that go from inside his own 5. It'll be Stroud Morris to kick this football. He will stand on the half-yard line, so see if BC comes after it. They got a couple of safety guys out wide. Here's the snap. It's high, brings it down, and gets it away quickly. It's a wobbler. Comes here to the near side. It will take a Hebron Christian bounce and roll out to the 37-yard line of the Lions. So great field position. Kind of a high snap. He had to rush it, and not a good punt. Out to the 37, and the Cadets are going to have a great starting field position here.
Let's see if we can put together another really good drive, take some shots here, and get in the end zone and go ahead and break the ice in this game and start stacking up some good drives and finishing those drives.
.10:47 to go. Twins either side. And it will be Nasir Samuel to the right of Luke Kromenhawk. Here's the snap. Luke with all kinds of time. Still looking. Going to wind up. Got hit from the backside and intercepted. Back at the 15-yard line. Coming the other way is Carrington Combs. Up the right sideline at the 45-50. Got a wall of blockers 40. And Luke Kromenhawk lowers the shoulder and drops him at the 35-yard line. And that was, yes, an interception on Luke, but one where he was winding up for the big play. Defensive end comes around, hits his arm as he throws, and it's just a fluttering duck out there down to the 15.
Yeah, Luke had a guy open coming back across the other side of the field. He saw him break open too, just not quite enough time back there to let it loose.
So now great field position here for Hebron Christian Academy. So the Lions take over in great shape. Let's see if the defense can hold. Here's the snap. Stallworth going to give straight ahead to Caldwell. He'll get inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there on first down. It'll be third down or second down and short. And now the Lions have grabbed the momentum. And how do you react defensively to that quick change of pace play where you're driving and all of a sudden you got to run back out there?
Yeah, you got to find a way to get a turnover here and punch back. I mean, ultimately, they're keeping the ball on the ground, getting it out quick. We've got to find a way to get that ball out.
They'll motion a receiver to the right, and now what happened? Legal procedure. False start against the Lions will back them up. So that'll push it back to 2nd and 8. And put the ball out at the BC 33-yard line. Second down and 8. And here's the fake. Stallworth going to keep it and going nowhere. That was read beautifully. I believe he was hit by Sam Gross. Trying to see who came down. No, it was Cam Cody, excuse me. And they read that. Now you went from potentially 2nd and 3 to now it's 3rd and 10. In the last two plays, 9:27 to go before a half. Stallworth in a shotgun, takes it. Looking to the right, now it's going to step up and gets out of a tackle before Arion Guyton recovers, along with 3rd Scroggins. And Wilkes Albert in there. He's going to bring up 4th down and about 7. Good job by Stallworth escaping the pressure, and then also good on the BC defense with a quick recovery.
Yeah, probably 4-down territory here for these guys. Inside the 35.
So they'll come out 4th and 7. BC's walking some guys up close. Wilkes Albert steps closer. Larson Little now showing blitz. Now they back out of there. Stallworth looking near side, in and out of the hands. Had a man there, just couldn't hang on, and BC's going to take over with 8:37.
Stallworth with a little zip on that pass. Just kind of went right through the receiver's hands. He was there. Just a little too much heat there for him.
So now if you're BC, what are you thinking offensively? Missed field goal, fumble on the 1, interception in your only 3 drives. Do you start to press a little bit in the huddle? I know the coaches aren't, but what's the thought here about, hey, we've had opportunities, we just haven't executed when we needed to?
Yeah, just getting a rhythm, right? Getting that rhythm. You know, this offense likes to work at a faster pace, so getting a rhythm, getting that offense, get your flow back going, get your feet underneath you, and just start playing the way you know how to play.
4 wides for Luke here. And he's got Nasir Samuel to his left. Now he'll put a man in motion. They'll counter back Nasir Samuel, and that time the offensive line blocking broke down. Nasir's going to lose a couple back towards the 30, and it'll bring up 2nd down and long. And Nasir got hit almost as soon as Luke gave it to him. So second down here for the Cadets. Cromanhawk near side's going to be caught. Rashawn Matthews makes a man miss at the 40, at the 45, and shoved out of bounds up near midfield. That'll be enough for a first down. And they'll mark it at the 48.5-yard line. So good gain there by Rashawn Matthews on second down to move the chains.
Yeah, I think Luke felt the pressure coming off his backside there. Did a good job of getting the ball out quickly. And, again, anytime we get our guys in one-on-one coverage, we know they're going to make them miss.
And what do we have?
False start
on BC, so that'll back them up. And flags come from both sides. So that'll back it up. And, again, just got to be frustrating that anytime you feel like you get something going, you kind of either shoot yourself in the foot and go the wrong way.
Yeah, we're taking one step forward and two back right now, but we need to flip the script here and put some plays together.
1st and 15. Here's Luke. He'll give it to Nasir Samuel. Off tackle, cuts inside 50. Still on his feet at the 45, down at the 40, and to the 38-yard line. Give him 17 yards on first down, and Nasir Samuel will move the chains.
Yeah, Nasir taking an arm tackle there for about 5 to 10 yards. Really good physical run right there.
Cadets will line up quickly. 7:50 and rolling here before the half. No score in this ball game. Here's the snap. They'll give it right back to Nasir off the right side again. He's still on his feet. Lions trying to strip that ball. He's got it covered up, and he'll get down towards the 33-yard line. Give him a gain of about 5 on first down.
This is the type of offense that you want to get your guys going, right? Getting a little bit of a rhythm, hand the ball off to some guys, break some 5 to 10-yard runs, nice physical runs, and then go ahead and start taking your shots.
Trips to the top of the formation for Cromanhawk. Luke will give it to Bryce Baker off the left side, 30, 25, and he's dropped at the 22-yard line, but not before he gets a first down. And now you start to feel like they're finding a little something in the run game here.
Yep, got a Hebron guy down on the field.
Lions have a defender down. He's getting up slowly. Can't see who it is. Looks like it's number 1, Nick Wade, and he's up and walking off. So this might be a quick timeout here as they get him off the field. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 22 of the Lions when we come out of this injury timeout. Now they're going to get everybody back out there. Trying to get BC out of the huddle here. And now the Cadets run back out. So 1st and 10 from the 22, 7:08, clock rolling here before the half. No score. Been a mistake-filled game here for the Cadets to this point, at least offensively. Defensively, they've played lights out. Here's the snap. Luke looking, a man in his face, has the man on the slant. It is going to be Bubba Frazier inside the 10 at the 9, and they've got 1st and goal again. And that time, quick drop, hit Frazier on the slant and got the first down.
Yeah, nice throw and catch. Hebron's doing a good job bringing pressure off the edge, making Luke feel a little uncomfortable. But anytime he does just like that, gets the ball out quick, those are going to be those quick hitters that eventually we're going to break for a big one.
Cadets line up. Trips here to the right. Bryce Baker is in at running back. They'll motion Bryce here to the right. And what do we have? The near side official pointed towards the goal line. This might be on Hebron Christian. Dead ball offsides against the Lions, so that'll move it down to the 4.
That's the fast pace of the offense right there, just catching the defense off guard and jumping a little early.
So now the Cadets will line up quickly. Same formation. Bryce Baker in there. He'll motion out here to the right. Luke takes the snap. He'll keep it himself. Plow ahead. Pushes a stiff arm out there. Leans in. Got in there. Touchdown. 4-yard touchdown run. Luke Cromanhawk. And BC is on the board with 6:10 to go here in the first half.
Nice physical run right there by Luke. Exactly what we needed to get this offense going.
And again, you don't see too many quarterbacks invite the contact, and Luke certainly does that.
He absolutely does. He put earlier that interception, and he 20 yards back coming the other way, and he puts a lick on the guy.
Here's Connor Ferguson for the point after. And the kick is up, and it is right through there and good. BC leads it 7-0 over Hebron Christian 6:10 to go here before the half. We're coming right back here on WatchBCSports.com. Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. Cadets finally put one in the end zone. And they lead it 7-0 with 6:10 to go here in the first half. And now's where you'd like to have something happen like happened last week. Get off the field and go right back at them.
Absolutely.
Here's Connor Ferguson. He'll drive it up the left hash, and this one's going to go way deep into the end zone, almost out the back before it hits the ground, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Lions of Hebron Christian. I'm Kevin Thomas here on the call tonight, and the Cadets with a touchdown lead, trying to get off the field here on a 3-and-out.
Pretty good crowd tonight. Like we had some people come in late after kickoff. Brought a little bit of energy to the stadium tonight.
7-0, our score. Cadets come out in a 3-man front. Out of a shotgun, here is Stallworth. And he will look over the middle, has a man, it's caught, gets behind the linebackers, 45-50, 45-40, up the left hash at the 30, and drugged down from behind by Makai Williams. And that time, the receiver, number 6, Max Steve, just got behind Wilkes Albert, and they just threw it right over the top, and away he went.
Yeah, really good ball by Stallworth. Found a hole in the defense and was able to hit his guy. He split the safeties and ran right down the middle.
So a first down from the BC 26-yard line. And here's Stallworth to give straight ahead to Caldwell, and BC going to stack that up after a gain of about 2, maybe 3. And they'll mark him down at the 24. Wilkes Albert in there on the bottom of the stack, along with 3rd Scroggins. So call it 2nd and 7, 5.5 to go here before the half, and the clock moving. And here is the snap. Stallworth looking. Here comes 3rd Scroggins. Can he get there? Yes, he does. Hits him right in the back, and that's going to be a sack. And what a rush off the edge that time by 3rd Scroggins. It'll bring up 3rd down, excuse me.
Pretty awesome having a guy coming off the end with that kind of speed. I mean, just straight swim move that left tackle. Stallworth never saw him.
So clock continues to roll inside 5 minutes. And now they'll bring in an H-back / tight end off the right side, and Stallworth will have an empty set. Receivers either side. He'll motion one left to right. Here's the snap. He'll roll to his right side. Stallworth looking. Going to wind up, throw, caught at the 15, turn around at the 10, and off to the race at the 5. Touchdown. Boy, what speed that time by number 2, KJ Thomas. Boy, he caught it, and he was gone.
Yeah, their wideouts got some speed to them. They're just finding some holes in our defense and making it hurt.
So a 23-yard touchdown hookup from Stallworth to KJ Thomas, or 26-yard hookup, rather. And that'll make it 7-6. And a stunned crowd here at Memorial Stadium. Point after by Nils Cole is going to be up, and it is good. 4:27 to go here before the half. Cadets and Hebron Christian knotted up at 7 apiece. This is Cadets football on WatchBCSports.com.
Bowtie Barbecue has always been a work of passion. It takes time, skill, and a blend of perfect temperature, wood, smoke, and meats. We just took it up a notch. Taste the passion. Bowtie Barbecue, 6724 Waters Avenue, Savannah.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. 7 apiece here for BC and Hebron Christian. 4:27. I think the home crowd is stunned a little bit here, even though you feel like the way they played, you feel like it should be like 21-7. You just haven't been able to put those points on the board and allowed Hebron Christian to hang around here.
Yeah, we had some early mistakes, missed field goal, fumble, down in the red zone. So put together a good drive. Let's see if the offense can get back out there and punch back here before halftime.
So here is Cole with the kickoff. He will pooch it up the right side, and it will go out of bounds. So great field position again here for the Cadets with 4:27 to go before the half. And we've got a special guest coming up here at the half, our Bernard Williams halftime report. We'll get to that coming up in just a little bit. But Cadets would like to put some points on the board. They do get the ball coming out of the half, so a chance to, depending on how you play these things, score before the half, get the ball right back, and you can really swing a game if you're able to do that.
Yep, this is a really good opportunity right now for our offense to go down, put up some points quickly, defense to get out there, get a stop, maybe give our offense another chance to score, and then obviously coming out of half, we get the ball and have a really good opportunity to go down and make a statement.
I know Danny Britt likes these situations before the half, 4 minutes or so. What can you do and kind of simulate that 4 minute, hey, we need a score, 2 minute, we need a score. Well, here's a 4 minute offense potentially right here for the Cadets. Trips here to the right, and they'll give him twins to the left. Bryce Baker's in the formation, and what do we have? False start against BC. And again, just can't get out of the starting shoes here tonight offensively.
Well, we had this same issue last week, and I actually got an opportunity to talk to Coach Britt. Those illegal procedures, our guys coming in motion out of the backfield, and I don't know if that's necessarily a penalty, but it's been called 2 weeks in a row now. So
we'll explain real quick what they're getting called on from your perspective.
Yeah, so when you come out of the backfield and make that motion, when you make that move towards the line of scrimmage, it's got to be very definitive, and it seems that we're going up too far.
Here's a give to Bryce Baker off the right side. He'll turn the corner, get up towards the 40, and he'll get 11 of them back, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 4. So clock rolls, 4:05 to go here in the first half. Here's the snap. Here's the give inside to Bryce Baker. He is met immediately. And he'll get maybe a yard or two to bring up 3rd down and 2. As that was read nicely by the Lions defensive front. .338 and counting. Here's Luke. Now he'll check back here to the near side. Checking with his offensive line. 17 on the play clock. Plenty of time. Now Luke takes the snap. The give. Bryce Baker. He'll try to bounce it off the right side. 45-50. He's off to the races. 45-40. 35-30. Bryce Baker's going to take it to the house up the right sideline. Touchdown. BC. A 57-yard touchdown run for Bryce Baker. And the Cadets lead it 13-7.
Really good run right there by Bryce Baker. Broke a couple of tackles. It's real hard to bring that guy down. He is big and physical.
And you could see once he broke loose, nobody was going to catch him in a foot race up the right side. And that's what you're talking about. You say, hey, score quick, make a stop, get the ball back.
Absolutely.
Just like you draw it up, yeah.
Just like you see there. I mean, our guys can break it at any time. So
point after from Connor Ferguson is right through there and good. 14-7, Cadets out in front. This is Cadets football. Watch BCSports.com. We're coming right back. Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. Cadets with a 57-yard touchdown run from Bryce Baker, retaking the lead 14-7 with 3:09 to go here before the half. And that will set up Connor Ferguson. to kick this off again. And he will line drive it up the left hash. Going to take a skip, picked up at the 5, out to the 10, 15, 20. Cutting back here near side, 25. Now cutting back towards the 27 and brought down by number 69. That's going to be Sam Gross. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 28 for Hebron Christian. So 2:53 to go. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. So probably be interested to see what happens here on first down as to when maybe BC uses those timeouts. Here is Stallworth out of a shotgun. And he will step it forward. Now step back, roll to his right. Wind up, throw up the right side. Has a man. It is caught at the 25. What a catch by Jarrett Kemp. Excellent coverage that time by Marquis Williams, and he just dropped it in there in a great play.
Yeah, heck of a throw. Like I said, Stallworth he's got an incredible arm. He's been a little inaccurate on the deep ball early, but that one was right on the money.
2:43 to go here before the half, and he kind of did that Tim Tebow thing where he stepped forward like he was going to run it, then stepped back, rolled out, and made a big-time throw. So now here's Stallworth. He'll do it again. Step back, now roll to his right, looking for a man. Now going to take it himself and run out of bounds. But inside the Cadet 20, down towards the 19. Going to bring up second down. 2.5 minutes to go before the half. So maybe found a little something with the Cadets biting on that quarterback fake run. Trips here to the left. Nobody out to the right for Stallworth. He'll take the snap, and he'll throw it quickly and almost picked off. Marquis Williams, or no, that's Makai Williams going to try to sell it, but they tried to quick slant and just overthrew it a little bit. So now 3rd down and 9. Big play here for the Cadets defensively.
Yeah, very big play here. This is that opportunity where you got a chance to get off the field. Probably 4-down territory here for Hebron, so.
Stallworth going to set up the shotgun, same formation with trips to the left. He'll take the snap, look back to the left side, try it. Now he finds a man in the slot, hit, and driving ahead. Makai Williams hit him at the 10, but driving ahead towards the 2 is number 13. That will be, trying to see, that's Noah Hill. So that's first and goal from the 8. And the Lions just will not go away here. Cadets walking some linebackers up close. Got a safety down in the box. Here's the snap. Stallworth. Boy, they read that nicely. He was looking for Caldwell, and that's going to lose a couple of yards back outside the 10 to the 11.
Good play by Wilkes Albert. He was back there quick.
So 2nd and goal from the 11. And Wilkes Albert's had himself a heck of a first half.
He's been busy.
Late substitution here for the Lions. They'll bring in a tight end / H-back to the right. Twins either side here for Stallworth, who stands back there by himself. He's going to roll to his right, throw it short into flat, and caught and immediately dropped. That's Zach Maxwell bringing down, looks like Aaron Shelton out in the flat. It'll bring up 3rd down and goal from the 6. And these receivers aren't getting much running room after the catch.
No, we're keeping the ball in front of us for the most part. They got us on one big play, but DBs are doing a good job.
And now about 7 guys false started for the Lions. And that'll back it up. So Hebron Christian, I guess same thing could be said for them when they go to the locker room. 2 steps forward, 1 backwards.
That's correct.
56 seconds to go here before the half clock rolls. It'll be 3rd down and goal. And I think either way the Lions would like to not let BC get the ball back this half. Stallworth up there barking out the signals. 40 seconds and rolling. He'll take the snap, look to his right, run the fade route, and in and out of the hands. Great coverage, Zach Maxwell there on the sideline in the end zone, and able to get a hand up in there and knock it away. It'll be 4th and goal.
Really, really good coverage right there. It was pretty much their guys versus ours right there in the end zone, man-to-man coverage. And our guy won.
32.1 to go, and it looks like the Lions are going to kick this football, and they will try a 28-yarder. From the right hash. This will be Nils Cole from the right hash. Snap is good, kicks it, and it is up and good with 27 seconds to go. That makes it 14-10. Cadets out in front. Now let's see what Hebron Christian does. A lot of teams we've seen have been concerned about the deep return against BC, that they'll squib it and get great field position. 27 seconds, 2 timeouts from Luke Kromenhoek. I like my chances. Absolutely. Depending on where you're at. Let's see what the Lions decide to do.
Yeah, we would have liked to probably have a little bit more time on the clock, but depending on what they do here with the kickoff, you should get the ball back with pretty good position. And just like you said, I mean, with the weapons that we have and the quarterback that we have, and 2 timeouts, we'll take our chances.
Houston Jackson will be back deep. It looks like BC might be expecting a squib. They've got DeBerry Green and Rashawn Matthews. Bryce Baker kind of up short. They'll place the ball on the right hash. Cole will lob it up the left side. We have a flag. And that looks like it's going to be offsides against Hebron Christian. And if it is, that'll back it up 5 yards. So no time goes off the clock. You get 5 free yards. So now maybe you start thinking some of those things depending on where you come down with this, because it looks like they're going to kick it short.
Yeah, and the last time they scored and kicked it out of bounds, gave us really, really good field position. So maybe we can sneak away with an opportunity like that. Just like you said, get Luke back out there on the field with the ball in his hands, 2 timeouts.
27.1 to go here in the first half. It will be Nils Cole to do it again, this time from his 35. Everybody in close. Now they're going to kick it back to the near side, it looks like. They'll pooch it the other way. It's going to come down. Houston Jackson going to have to go get it at the 21. He steps up at the 25. Breaks a tackle. 30, 35, still on his feet. 40, and rolled over to the 44 with 18.7 to go. And, I mean, with 2 timeouts, it's worth a couple of shots here from your 44-yard line.
Yeah, at the least. I mean, we get the ball within Connor Ferguson territory and get 3 points on the board, let him get a field goal up, and between the uprights go into half, up 7.
14-10 our score. Again, the Cadets have those 2 timeouts. And let's see how BC comes out there. Got trips here to the short side, which to the right. You also got Nasir Samuel off to the right of Luke Kromenhoek. Here's the snap. Luke's going to roll. Looking, throws it underneath, and incomplete. Almost intercepted that time by number 6, Max Steve. And that was one where maybe just forced it a little bit. And didn't give his receiver a good chance to come back on the football. 13.7 to go. So all that just took 5 seconds. So with 2 timeouts, maybe a chance to run a couple more plays here. 4 wides into formation. Here's Kromenhoek taking the snap. All kinds of time. Now Luke flush to his left. He's going to keep rolling at the 40, 45, gets out to midfield and runs out of bounds with 5.7.
Still got time here for probably need about a 15-yard hitter at least to get into comfortable field goal territory.
I was going to say, can you run a quick out and get close to the 40? And it would be an insane field goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he does have the leg. I've seen him pregame up in Charlotte. He was kicking them from 59.
He hit a 60-yarder in practice the other day. One thing about Connor, too, is you don't see very many high school football kickers kick the ball off the ground in field goals and extra points, and he does. They're allowed to use a tee in high school football, and Connor prefers to kick the ball off the ground. as they do in college and the NFL. So pretty special for him to be able to do that. And the reason it's typically you use the tee because you want the ball to get up in the air quicker to avoid a block. But we've been fortunate this year that hasn't happened. So coaching staff's kind of letting him do his thing.
And again, most folks, I think, as you said, and typical high school football team would be saying, all right, we got to get 20, 30 yards to even think about it. BC realistically needs 10. And that would be a 57-yarder if you could get 10. But it's got to be quick with 5.7 seconds. Trips here to the right from the left hash. Here's the snap. Luke's going to roll near side, looking, going to wind it up. Now he's getting flushed, looking. Now he's going to throw the football, heave it up. He's got a man, LaDon Bryant, and it is incomplete. He had Bubba Frazier there. I think BC fans wanted maybe some interference in the end zone. It was not to be, and it'll be 14-10 as we go to the locker room. We're coming right back with the Bernard Williams halftime report here on WatchBCSports.com.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. We also know that every play needs a plan. And if you're running with the best of them, you need the experience of a company that's been around since 1934. Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance proudly support our players and coaches because we know what it takes to build a winning team that you can count on when the game gets rough. Bernard Williams Insurance and Financial Services. Trust in the power of the Shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
Bowtie Barbecue has always been a work of passion. It takes time, skill, and a blend of perfect temperature, wood, smoke, and meats. We just took it up a notch. Taste the passion. Bowtie Barbecue, 6724 Waters Avenue, Savannah.
You know, Christian, after a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Cool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Cool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Cool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's coolvibespizza.com. Cool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Cool Vibes.
Report. Kevin Thomas alongside Stevie Powers. Cadets lead at 14-10 here at the half. And Stevie, your kind of thoughts on what we're seeing right now with this BC team?
Yeah, I think we came out early, had put some really good drives together offensively, just weren't able to punch it in, didn't have things go our way. So for them to come out, take some shots in the second half, and try to get off to a fast start.
Again, it seems like the Cadets have kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit. Nice drives pretty much every time they've had the football, and then something happens, either don't convert, fumble the football, had an interception, and you feel like offensively you aren't playing terrible, but you aren't finishing at the same time.
Yeah, not playing bad. Making some really good plays, making some not so good plays, but we're moving the football. It's just a matter of getting it over the goal line. Defensively,
Maybe a few plays where they've gotten caught looking in the backfield to kind of suck up, and they've been able to take advantage of some deep throws to set up their scores. Defensively, how do you feel like they're kind of holding the rope here?
So far, so good. I mean, they're getting us a couple times over the middle, just kind of splitting our safeties. But, the quarterback also doing that fake run and then pulling up to throw the ball. They've made some really good plays. Quarterback's a good player, but they'll make some adjustments in the second half.
If you're Danny Brent, what are you telling your team right here as they go in the locker room?
Calm down. Calm down. We're still playing our caliber of football. Offensively, just get out there and score points, right? Defense is doing a good job getting the ball back in our hands when things don't go our way, but let's just settle back in and play back, get back to BC football.
A little bit of the Ware hangover, if you will, or
absolutely, I think so. It's tough to come off a big win like that and then to come out here not as hyped up as a game, if you will, right? I don't think anybody expected the score to be where it's at, but there's a whole half of football still to be played.
We are at the half, the Bernard Williams halftime report. We're coming right back with our alumni spotlight when we return here on WatchBCSports.com.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. We also know that every play needs a plan. And if you're running with the best of them, you need the experience of a company that's been around since 1934. Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance proudly support our players and coaches because we know what it takes to build a winning team that you can count on when the game gets rough. Bernard Williams Insurance and Financial Services. Trust in the power of the Shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. We are at the half, the Bernard Williams halftime report, as we are joined by our alumni spotlight person of the week, Charlie Russo, joins us here back 1964, right?
61.
61, graduate of BC. And when you look at the program now, we're looking for a third straight state championship. It's got to bring back memories of playing for BC and then watching this program continue to have success here in the last handful of years as well.
Yes, it's been beautiful. Yes, sir. I hope we did a good foundation for them, but yeah, they are carrying on quite a good time.
Talk about your time playing at BC. Obviously, 1961's been a minute, but talk about what was it like playing at BC?
It was a different ball game then. I don't want to say more tradition, but we had a lot of tradition. We won Bull Street, and we didn't have our own football field. When we walked out the locker room, was the same campus that we lined up, to do all our military stuff. We caught a bus. Daffin Park is where we practiced. We were at the old Grayson Stadium, and I was lucky enough to play as a junior the last game, which was on Thanksgiving Day, which the tradition that we had with Savannah High, I mean, it was just unbelievable. They don't have a city championship like we had in the fielding and all. We played Savannah High, and I think we might have had 200 boys at Benedictine. Savannah High was the largest high school in the state of Georgia, and they went over 3,000. So we competed with them, and we beat them most of the time. Well, my 4 years that we beat them every year. And it was just the whole outlook was just different. The winner of the Benedictine High School game on Thanksgiving Day got to go to Bull and Broughton, and the home team naturally was allowed. You make a coffin, and we'd do a blue and white coffin, and you'd go to Bull and Broughton and light it on fire, and all your, play people there were cheering you on. So it was just, one hell of a difference than it is now.
I was going to say, and that's one that most people today, if your kids are playing for BC now, you would think BC and Savannah High, but that was the game. I've heard a lot about it. What was it like to play in that game? What was to tell folks who haven't seen the atmosphere to be in that game?
It was unbelievable, and it was Thanksgiving Day, and we did it for years up until, until 1960. That was when 59 was the last game at Grayson Stadium, and what they did, they changed the region. So, we could no longer play Savannah High after Thanksgiving Day. So they changed that region, and that really it killed everything as far as the tradition and all in Savannah. It was Thanksgiving Day. All the ladies would dress up. They'd have a maroon and white mum on, and it was really big time. And Grayson Stadium, we'd fill it. Now, I don't know, it wasn't no 15,000 like the old one here was, right. But we would fill it. It was a 1:00 game on Thanksgiving Day, and like I say, then you'd go back, and whoever won the game go to Bull and Broughton. You got to burn your coffin, and it was great.
It sounds like a great time, and you see the team now going for 3 straight championships in a row. And what do you see when you watch these teams out here these last couple of years?
Oh, it's beautiful, and Danny has done a great job. The talent we have now is unbelievable. Even the talent in Savannah, gee, Manetti, between Savannah Christian and Calvary and Benedictine, we had talent and all, but the whole city right now is just unbelievable with the number of players that are able to go to major colleges out of Savannah. It's And next week, now I love Benedictine, but next week I'll be at the Savannah Christian Calvary game because there's going to be more talent there than you can shake a stick
Oh,
at.
that's going to be an amazing football game as well. Well, the cadets are off next week, so so you'll be
fit in.
Nobody's going to call you out for not being here. But you talk about playing, and I've said to everybody I've ever talked to you about it. It's different when you've been to BC. It seems like where you played in 61, 2001, 21. Everybody knows what it's like to be a part of this, and it's really is that brotherhood that everybody talks about.
Oh yeah, and I'm close with my classmates. One of my closest friends, Barry Wilson. Barry was our captain at Benedictine. He went on to Georgia. He was Dooley's first captain, and then he coached all around. I mean, Barry coached everywhere at Georgia. He was with Spurrier. Barry coached 4 years at Duke. So I mean, it was it's good to have friends like that, and we had a lot of talent that our senior year. Larry Patterson, he was on the football team, but he signed pro baseball right out of Benedictine. Hank Lewald, one of the best defensive players ever to come out of Savannah. He played all 4 years when we had good teams, and he signed a scholarship to go to the University of Florida for football. But then at the last minute, we won the state championship in baseball.
Okay.
So the scouts were there and everything. He signed with the Dodgers right out of Benedictine. So here's 4 or 5 guys that are big time that we were able to, call our close friends.
Absolutely. And again, it's like a reunion every time you come to a football game on Friday night. I mean, just when waiting to talk to you, you've had about 7 people come by and shake your hand and say hello and talk about what's going on these days, right?
All right, little trivia question. Who scored the first 2 touchdowns in Memorial Stadium, one on offense and one on defense?
Would that be you?
That would happen to be me.
Thanks for throwing me that softball. I appreciate that. Well, tell folks what you got going on these days.
Well, besides working at the fish market so many days a week, quarterback club is a big thing right now, and we honor players of the week. We do give scholarships at the end of the year, so the Savannah Quarterback Club keeps me busy right now for about 10 weeks. I myself was lucky enough to what we call a sheriff, and get up in comical ways. We find people for different things.
Right.
And at the end of the year, we give like 3 scholarships to different kids. And we had a boy to come back, and last week, I mean, it was a tearjerker that we was a needy kid, and he came back to the quarterback club, and he got up to the podium. Now he couldn't get it out. I mean, it was just like, take it easy, and tears were coming down his eyes, and he thanked us, and that just makes you feel so good. The money we raised to put needy kids into college is real gratifying.
And that's good, as you said, you see guys go on and continue, whether it's athletically, academically, whatever, to go get that education. As you said, I was telling Coach Britt, like every Saturday you turn on and you're like, that guy's from Savannah, that guy's from Savannah. You just see them all over the place playing college football.
And not only that, too, some of the ones that my grandson Philip was the captain, and they won the state championship in a few years back, 2 years after he got out. And these guys are coming back, like Chris Harris, he's coaching.
Yeah.
Bobby Baker, he's coaching. So all of these guys are coming back. Yeah.
That's good. And all the BC guys, as I said, it's the brotherhood. They always come back and they're ready to pitch beautiful. in and give back.
And the great stories we have, just.
Oh, yeah.
Not that it would be bad going to school with girls, but I had my buddy went to Savannah High, okay? But we had more stories about what we did and just had the great time. Well, he didn't have any stories. I mean, it was just like, I went to Savannah High, and that was it,
Well, again, Charlie Russo, our guest here at the half, Benedictine up 14-10. Okay, get to be Danny. Put your Danny Britt hat on real quick. What are you telling them in the locker room here?
Oh, no, Danny always does a good job at halftime, because if you ever notice, when we have games like this here, second half we come out, and Danny has already pumped them and got them ready and made some changes and adjustments, and it should be a different second half. We beat ourselves. Now, this is a good club, and I'm not knocking them, but we beat ourselves with 2 or 3 bad mistakes, so
Yeah, it's tough to when you're kind of kicking yourself in the foot.
Right,
sometimes it's like, they're playing good, but
down to the 1 yard line, and oh my Lord,
We'll see if BC can punch it in here in the second half. They will get the ball to come out. We appreciate you coming by and chatting with us. Really a pleasure. Had a great time.
Same here.
We're coming right back.
Fish market and see me.
Okay, we'll do. We're coming right back. It's the Bernard Williams halftime report here on WatchBCSports.com.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. We also know that every play needs a plan. And if you're running with the best of them, you need the experience of a company that's been around since 1934. Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance proudly support our players and coaches because we know what it takes to build a winning team that you can count on when the game gets rough. Bernard Williams Insurance and Financial Services. Trust in the power of the Shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
Bowtie Barbecue has always been a work of passion. It takes time, skill, and a blend of perfect temperature, wood, smoke, and meats. We just took it up a notch. Taste the passion. Bowtie Barbecue, 6724 Waters Avenue, Savannah.
You know, Christian, after a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Cool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Cool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Cool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's coolvibespizza.com. Cool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Cool Vibes.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. We are at the half. BC 14, Hebron Christian 10. Again, a lot of folks may be surprised at that score, Stevie Powers, but again, the Cadets have kind of been their own worst enemy here in that respect, in that you fumbled on the 1 yard line, you missed a field goal, you threw a kind of unfortunate interception. I say unfortunate, it hit Luke's arm and kind of fluttered out there, and you kind of stalled a drive there, but you keep saying, hey, we're moving the ball, but you don't have a lot of points to show for it.
Yeah, just got to punch it in. And that's the name of the game, right? Sometimes you get those games where you're getting all these defensive touchdowns, special teams touchdowns and stuff like that, and you're just finding the end zone, and tonight's just not one of those nights for us so far. So hopefully the second half we can come out and turn around.
And you get the ball first to start the second half. What are you kind of looking to do? Are you just running the base offense, or you want to try to throw an explosion play out there early to kind of get everybody back up and in the game?
Yeah, I think you just take a look at the defense and what they're giving, and just take what the defense is giving you. But this first drive is a statement drive, right? Like, hey, we're coming out. We're trying to, whatever our game plan is, we're going to stick to it. And we're going to try to punch it in the end zone quickly to let the other team know, like, we're coming, right? We're here.
And again, if it doesn't go that way, then you're kind of right back in that dogfight with Hebron Christian from across the way. And again, I think this is one where most people, you say, oh, it's 14-10 at halftime. People go, oh.
Right.
Are you kind of saying that on BC's side as well? I know we play confident, we stay with the game, but most people didn't think you'd be in this position. And again, you came off a big win over Ware, one of the top teams in 5A, probably going to play for state championship. And now here you are in a dogfight at the half with Hebron Christian, who's a good team, but not one that people say, oh, this could be a state power at the 3A level. They're 3-1, and people thought, I think, hey, it's in Savannah. It might be 28-10 at this point.
Sure.
But it's not. How do you kind of get that out of your mind and just go play?
Well, like you said, I mean, up to this point, we played some really good football teams week in and week out. We've got a bye week coming up. So, again, you're trying to get through this game, obviously do what you're supposed to do, get in and out with a win, stay healthy, right, throughout the rest of the season. But, yeah, I mean, it turns out to be a really good environment. You're playing in front of your home fans. So, the second half, just get back to playing your football, get comfortable, start moving the ball and punching it in.
Yeah, good environment here. Is a good crowd from BC. Again, Hebron Christian out of the Atlanta area. Not as many as Ware County brought here by any stretch last week, but it's a cool night. Not a lot of breeze. We'll see what BC can do to turn the game in their favor here moving forward. We're coming right back. We got about 5 minutes or so until the second half will get kicked off. BC will get the ball first, though. All important there to start the second half. We're coming right back here on WatchBCSports.com.
Bowtie Barbecue has always been a work of passion. It takes time, skill, and a blend of perfect temperature, wood, smoke, and meats. We just took it up a notch. Taste the passion. Bowtie Barbecue, 6724 Waters Avenue, Savannah.
Welcome back to the Bernard Williams halftime report, where Cadets are leading at 14-10 here over Hebron Christian. Again, reminder coming up on Thursday, even with the off week, we're going to chat with Danny Britt at Bowtie Barbecue on Thursday at noon, and we'll recap this one. I think we'll have a couple of cadets join us on the show there as well. And of course, the food at Bowtie Barbecue, fantastic. I always enjoy that 12 noon stop on Thursdays, not going to lie, Stevie. Get a little barbecue sandwich there from Bowtie Barbecue. So even with the off week, we'll chat with Danny Britt there on Thursday at 12 noon. But again, we continue here with the Bernard Williams halftime report. Some big games coming up next week is Savannah Christian and Calvary next week. Going to be a good one. But right now the focus on BC is after this week as well. Stevie, you begin region play. So you get the off week, you start region play where obviously every game is of the utmost importance.
Yes, region play is obviously it's conference play, right, if you will, and definitely don't want to have any hiccups in region play. So again, having a very strong front half of your schedule really gets you prepared for that region opponent.
And again, it's kind of interesting that Ware was sandwiched around the two games that they were. Westminster, maybe the look ahead this week, maybe the hangover after a big win. Now you get an off week, and no question, no matter which way this goes, you're going to have the full attention of this team heading into the off week, saying, guys, you can't afford to kind of play the way that we've played. And I think in both cases, Stevie, in the Westminster game and tonight, you kind of look at it and say, yeah, we were playing some quality teams, but it's been more about what we didn't do and kind of maybe at times the effort and focus with which BC has played, that's been more of the issue.
Yeah, I think, we talked about this earlier in the game as well with, there's 3 new guys playing defense, right? There's some younger guys that are playing a lot of minutes for us in the football games this year. So for us, it's just, hey, this is a learning lesson for those guys. Like, hey, we can't take a night off, right? There's no lesser opponents on our schedule, so we've got to treat every game the same way, stick to our caliber of football, and go out and do what we're supposed to do.
Teams are warming up here for the second half, and BC will get that football first. We'll step aside one final time here on the Bernard Williams Insurance Halftime Report. Second half kickoff coming up next here on WatchBCSports.com.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. We also know that every play needs a plan. And if you're running with the best of them, you need the experience of a company that's been around since 1934. Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance proudly support our players and coaches because we know what it takes to build a winning team that you can count on when the game gets rough. Bernard Williams Insurance and Financial Services. Trust in the power of the shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium as we get ready for the second half. Cadets lead it 14-10 here. Thanks for listening on WatchBCSports.com. Over Hebron Christian, Cadets will get the ball first, and it looks like they will go from right to left here in the third quarter. So if you're familiar with Memorial Stadium, they will work towards the open end of Memorial Stadium here in the third quarter. Again, Cadets wearing the traditional white pants, maroon tops, maroon helmets tonight. And Hebron Christian got maroon pants of their own, white tops, maroon numbers, and a black helmet with some gold on it across the way. And as Stevie said, first drive, most important here for BC, just to kind of take some of the thunder back in this football game.
Absolutely. It's a really important drive right here. Hopefully start off with some good field position.
As a quarterback, what are you looking for first play? If you've had kind of the first half like you had there, if you're Luke, or in your case, if you're the quarterback, what do you want to call coming out of the gate here?
Yeah, no, Luke does a phenomenal job with his leadership. That's something that's, yes, he's a great player, but on and off the field, he's a phenomenal leader and a testament to his parents. I mean, they've done a great job with him, and he is exactly what, a BC man is supposed to be. So my hat's off to him. But I'm sure he's telling his team, hey, settle down, guys. Like, let's get back in this game. We're winning. Right at the end of the day, we're still up 4. We're still up 4 going into the second half, and we got the ball. So let's go down the field right here, punch it in, and make a statement.
Nils Cole kick it off here for Hebron Christian. He'll kick it from left to right. Kind of had it shaded over towards the near hash. And he will onside kick it, and it's going to be recovered by, did it go the 10? It did. He caught it in BC territory, and Nils Cole took a shot, and he's not the biggest of dudes out there. He took a shot at the BC 46, but got it back, and that's one of those where everybody runs full speed, Stevie, and the kicker squibs it, and he's the guy that's going to go get it, and he was able to do it, and boy, that's a momentum stealer right out the gate.
Yeah, it looked like our guys thought it didn't make it quite past 10 yards, but it got about 15.
And that's something you've seen Danny Britt do from time to time on the kick coverage, and it worked for Hebron Christian here right out of the gate. So BC defense right back out there. Here's the snap. And Stallworth looking up the near side, has a man, and boy, what was Kemp doing? He was running wide open, and he just kind of stopped, and the ball was thrown right at him.
Yeah, I think the ball hit him. I'm not really sure if he just wasn't expecting the ball or wasn't looking, but
they had the play set up.
They had it set up. Yeah, they had the coverage that they wanted and everything, and he was open.
So they'll probably go back and look at the tape, and I know he might have some explaining to do in film study.
No, I mean, especially after getting an onside kick, they're looking to take a shot quick. They had the guy open. He just wasn't there. He wasn't looking.
Trips to the top, and they'll put Kemp down here to the near side. Now Stallworth's going to check back with the Lions coaches, takes the snap. He'll give it. This is going to be Caldwell off the left side, and there to read it, that BC defense, Sam Gross on the tackle. And it'll be third down and about 6. So some personnel shuffling here. They're going to go jumbo. A couple of dudes wearing 98 and 99 coming in. I believe those are two brothers who are 98 and 99. They are off to the right side of the formation. Here's the snap. Stallworth going to give it, and they're going to try a pass here, and he dropped the football, and now going to be shoved down, and the ball goes out of bounds back at the Hebron Christian 44-yard line. They were trying to set up a pass with Barrett Bruce and just never could get a good firm hold of the football. It's going to be third down and 20, and fourth down and 20, rather. And now good stop by the BC defense, and that kind of took the wind out of the Lion sails there.
Yeah, we definitely needed that break. Had a couple of breaks right there, but look to take advantage of that right here offensively.
So the Lions trot on the punt unit. Stroud Morris back to punt from his own 34-yard line. BC has Mekhi Williams at the Cadet 27. Here's the snap and the punt. Kind of a low line drive. Mekhi Williams going to take it to 25, makes a man miss 30. Still on his feet, 35, out to the 37, still driving and drugged down at about the 38. Now they're marking him up at the 39-yard line. So excellent, once again, starting field position. I want to say, Stevie, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know that BC started to drive inside their own 30 yet tonight.
No, I don't think we have either. Had really good field position all night.
So they'll start first and 10 from their own 39. Cadets are up 14-10. 4 wides here for BC. Luke will stay out in the shotgun, and he'll take the snap. He'll look, got all kinds of time. Now flush to his right. Buy some more time, has the man up the right sideline, in and out of the hands. He was looking for, looks like Rashawn Matthews leaking up the right sideline, and Rashawn just couldn't hang on. Nice play design, and again, fingertips, the difference in a big play and second and 10.
Yeah, Rashad had a little out route, looked like over there on the right side. Luke made his read all the way back to him and scrambled over there to the right side. Rashad broke deep, had him beat. Just couldn't connect.
So it'll be second and 10, 10:45 to go here in the third quarter. Cadets lead it by 4, 14-10. Bunch formation to the left of Luke. They'll give it a counter to Bubba Frazier off the right side, turns the corner and knocked out of bounds up around the BC. Let's see where they actually mark him out. They'll say he stepped out at the 45, so it'll be third down and about 4. Gain of 6 for Bubba Frazier. And the Cadets will line up quickly. We've got Ack Edwards as an H-back. Luke's in a shotgun. He'll take the snap. He'll give it. This is Bryce Baker. Nowhere to go. Still trying to drive those legs, but he's going to get no gain, and that looks like it's going to be a 3-and-out for BC on their first possession.
Yeah, while we got a little time, I want to shout out Ack. He was awarded the Carrie Zipper Award today for BC, which is unbelievable award. Should be very proud of that. I was fortunate to have the Chuck Phillips Award my last year at BC, and anytime you can take home one of those awards that means so much to the BC community, you should be very proud of that. So congratulations to Ack and his family.
Fourth down, the Cadets are going to punt it, and a nice end-over-end punt. That's fumbled. Ball is loose, and falling back on it at the 24-yard line is Jarrett Kemp. And Kemp's had an unfortunate last 2 minutes of gameplay. Had one thrown right at him that he wasn't ready for, and then dropped the punt. And Hebron Christian will take over 1st and 10 from their own 23.
End-over-end punt. Had it bounce off him a couple yards away, just didn't have a guy there ready for it.
So now it's back on the Cadet defense. Beautiful evening for football here in Savannah for sure. 4 wides here for the Lions. Stallworth going to roll to his left. Try to throw back across his body. Had him in between 2 defenders. That was Noah Hill and just incomplete. And that's a tough throw.
Yeah, it is.
For you who have been rolling to your right, but
sure,
throwing across your body like that.
Yeah, anytime you're rolling across your body, trying to square up your shoulders and make an accurate throw is a really, really tough throw. He gave it good effort, just kind of sailed on him.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Lions shuffling a lot of personnel here. 15 on the play clock. Stallworth still in no hurry. Play clock's down to 5. They're not set. 4 seconds. Now they'll motion out, and what do we have? Timeout. Yeah, called for across the way, and that just took way too long. And sometimes it seems like, Stevie, when you shuffle that much personnel, you have to, as a quarterback, I guess you're waiting to see who's coming on and then get the play call.
Yeah, sometimes when it's frustrating as a quarterback if you don't get the play call in time. You're trying to go fast and get your guys set so you have time to take a look at the defense and go through your pre-snap reads and all that stuff. And anytime that play clock starts winding down inside of 5 seconds and you're not set, you got to burn a timeout.
And so they take one there. 14-10 is your score. 9:42 to go. It'll be 2nd down and 10 coming out of the timeout. Cadet defense has played really well. Wilkes Albert mentioned his name a lot. Those guys up front are really creating a lot of pressure from Jeremiah Thomas, Cam Cody. I mean, even you go outside to those outside guys with Bryce Baker and 3rd Scroggins. It's been, they've had not free reign, but they've been getting back there a lot.
Yeah, they've done a phenomenal job thus far. Just got to get off the field and get the ball back to the offense.
2nd down and 10. They motion it back out here to the near side. Here's Stallworth looking, has a man coming up the middle and overthrows him. And that time, I think he was looking for Carrington Combs, and he might have gotten a little jittery seeing the safety. I think that was Antonio Hansen-Mann coming over, and had he caught that, it might have been time to get lit up.
Yeah, another one where he had the guy, just ball kind of sailed on him.
So 3rd down and 10 here for the Lions. Now they're trying to make sure they have the right personnel on the field. BC's going to flip-flop Arion Guyton and 3rd Scroggins in the formation. Now they'll move Sam Gross over to the right side as well. 3 wides up top. They'll roll Stallworth. Looking, he's going to tuck it, and Jeremiah Thomas hit him. 3rd Scroggins got him, and then he was snowed under. See who gets up off the bottom. I think that's going to be Wilkes Albert again coming up out of there. And he is flying all over the field. 4th down, they're going to have to punt the football.
Wilkes Albert is busy this game. He's doing a really, really good job. running sideline to sideline and filling holes up the middle.
So 4th down, clock rolls towards 9 minutes to go here in the third. Mekhi Williams stands back at the midfield stripe. And he awaits the punt. Here's the snap, high snap. Punt is going to come here to the near side. A slow, wobbly kick. It's going to take a sideways bounce over towards the 47 of BC. Kind of just a little straight kick sideways, and great field position again here for BC. Stevie, how many times have we said that tonight? And yet we've got 14 points on the board.
Yeah, we've said it a lot. Again, just kind of dragging a little bit offensively, but hopefully start putting together some drives here and start putting some points on the board. Give our guys a little momentum, a little confidence.
8:43 to go as Luke brings them out. Cadets will put 2 receivers up top, 1 receiver here to the short side of the field. Here's the snap, inside give. This is going to be Nasir Samuel inside the 50, still on his feet driving, and he'll get shoved back at the Lions 48-yard line. It'll be a nice gain on 1st down and bring up 2nd down and about 5. And now on 2nd and 5, they go empty set for Luke Cromenhawk. 3 to the left, 2 up top. Now they'll put a man in motion. They'll give it. This is Rashawn Matthews coming near side at the 45. He'll have the 1st down at the 41-yard line. So give him a gain of 7 and move the chains for BC. And that's just one of those staples of the Cadet offense there, Stevie. Just run a little jet sweep coming around.
Yeah, the jet sweep is, with our guys, is how fast they are and how well our receivers do on the perimeter with blocking. It's definitely a go-to play for our guys.
8 minutes to go here in the third. Luke out of a shotgun. Straight drop. All kinds of time. Now he's going to come here to the left. He's going to tuck it and run out of bounds. Maybe got the 41. Not much of a gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down. And good coverage that time downfield by the Lions. Nowhere for Luke to go with that football.
Smart decision right there by Luke to not try to force anything. Obviously, things aren't going our way right now. Just tucking the ball and taking the yardage they're given.
Trips up top. Bubba Frazier soloed here to the near side. Inside give, Nasir Samuel straight ahead. Still on his feet. Pushes ahead towards the 35. And they'll mark him just outside the 35. It'll bring up 3rd down. Call it 4.5. 7:33 and rolling. Big 3rd down play here for the Cadets. Late shift by the Lions. Here's Luke on the snap. Looks near side. It is caught. Bubba Frazier spins and brought down immediately by number 11, Avery Baller. And that'll bring up, that'll be enough for a 1st down.
Good job by Bubba running that route. 3rd and 4. He runs a curl route, but he gets the 6 yards and gets back to 5, so he knows he's past the chains.
Cadets line up quickly. Here's the snap. Luke inside give. Nasir Samuel nicely read by Nick Wade coming crashing down from his linebacker spot, and they're going to lose a yard. Bring up 2nd down and 11.
Number 1 Wade on the spot. Hebron.
Twins either side. Nasir Samuel to the left. Now they'll put him out in the right flat. Here's the snap to Luke. He'll look in the slot. Caught LaDon Bryant, and he'll be brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him a gain of about 7. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 3. So a big 3rd down again here for this BC offense. That's the first time we've kind of seen that play call to go to LaDon there on a quick slant.
Yeah, I think that's LaDon's first touch tonight, but definitely see him being a lot more active in the second half.
3rd down here for the Cadets. Here's Luke. Empty backfield, takes a draw, all kinds of time. Now Luke's going to come back to the right.
Oh, he's got a guy.
He's going to tuck it and run it at the 20, and he'll have the 1st down at the 16-yard line. And I was busy watching Luke run. Who did he miss potentially downfield?
He had a guy on the far side back in the corner just all by himself. Luke just never saw him. Decided to tuck and run. Still got the 1st down. So new set of downs here in the red zone. Let's see if we can put up 7.
5:47 to go. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. They'll empty set Luke again. He'll take it himself straight ahead at the 15, still on his feet. Does he get to 10? He does. So give him a gain of 7 on 1st down, and it'll be 2nd down and 3. That sets up another nice down and distance here for this Cadet offense. They'll run John Lilly off, who was in at that tight end. And Bryce Baker going to come in. Power formation to the left for BC. They'll give it to Bryce. He'll try to run left side. Got a blocker at the 10. Buys some time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Bryce Baker. Nice patient run from 7 yards out for Bryce Baker that time.
You said it, very patient run. Waited for his guys to get out there and lay the block, and he cut right up their shoulder pads, got in for 6.
And that's the way to finally make something happen offensively.
Absolutely, that's what we've been waiting on.
20-10. BC with the lead, and it'll be Connor Ferguson on to try to tack on the point after here. Out of the hold of Houston Jackson. Dug out by Houston, and the kick is up, and it spins sideways up and through there. 21-10. BC out in front. 4:59 to go here in the third. And you're listening to BC Football. Watch BCSports.com. Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. 10-yard touchdown run for Bryce Baker has made it 21-10 BC, and kind of the drive they were looking for to get a little distance between themselves and the Lions. And it will be Connor Ferguson to boot this football away for BC. And he will drive it up the left hash, and it will come down at the 5, out towards the 10, 15. Coming here to the near side at the 20, 25, and shoved out of bounds is number 23, Jarvis Mathurin. And that'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions. And just when you think you kind of got him in a good spot, they come back and make a good play on the return and just not going away. So a big defensive series here for the Cadets with 4:45 to go in the third.
Yeah, Hebron's doing a really good job. They've done a really good job all night, like punching back. You know, anytime that we get something going, get a little momentum our way, they kind of swing it back into their direction.
Trips to the left for the Lions. They've got Stallworth and Caldwell back there. Here's the snap. They will give it to Caldwell off the left side, and Wilkes Albert had him, lost him, and now he spins back the other way. A stiff arm there. And third Scroggins and Zach Maxwell going to wrap him up, and they'll mark him out to the 29. So after all that, and he did a lot of running, it'll be second and 9.
Yeah, he went a long way for only 1 yard.
And again, those BC defenders really crashing hard on the edge. One of the few tackles Wilkes hadn't made tonight. He had him, and just give Caldwell a lot of credit, spun out of there. So 4 minutes and counting here to go in the third. It'll be 2nd down and 9. He'll put Caldwell out to the right. Stallworth looking. Flush. Still trying to find some time, and he will be brought down at the 30. That was third Scroggins dragging him down from behind. Wilkes Albert was there coming down to clean it up.
Third's very active in this football game as well. He's doing such a good job getting back there and putting pressure on the quarterback.
So 3rd down. Call it 8. Give him a gain of 1. Clock rolls at 3:15. Big series for both teams here. If you're Hebron Christian, you really would like to not give the ball right back to BC and try to keep in this football game if you're BC, you'd like to get off the field here. Third down, Stallworth looking, has a man over the middle. It's caught. That's going to be a first down across the 40 to the 41. And he had a guy just kind of sit down in the zone. That's going to be number 13, Noah Hill. And gets out to the 42-yard line.
Looks like Wilkes might be a little banged up. Gets up.
Because Albert's slow. He looks like he's going to stay out there.
Definitely a guy we don't want to lose.
And I think they're going to make Wilkes come off the field for a play. He's walking under his own power here. And he has had a heck of a ball game to this point. Looks like he's going to be all right. Maybe just give him a play or two off here. They're going to give him a look under the BC tent. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Lions' 42-yard line. And a little inside give. Read nicely. Boy, Jeremiah Thomas got him 2 handfuls of jersey and just slung him down. Number 23, Jarvis Mathurin.
Hebron wanted a face mask, but he had a handful of jersey right there.
And that just continues to amaze how strong Jeremiah Thomas is, where he just grabbed a jersey and threw him down.
He made a really good play last week late in the game against Ware that pretty much sealed the deal for us.
2nd down, call it 12. Out of a gun. Here's the snap. Stallworth looking and almost intercepted. Bryce Baker in the coverage. Tried to step in front of KJ Thomas, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I'm going to have to tell Bryce after the game that his brother Bobby would have picked that.
2 minutes and 3 seconds here in the third. 21-10, a big 3rd down and 12. BC jumping around on the defensive front. Here's the snap to Stallworth. He'll roll to his left. Now square up, throw back, and has a man. It is caught. Shakes out of one tackle into BC territory and just past the sticks for the 1st down, and that's just all effort. That was number 15, Barrett Bruce.
Stallworth going again to rolling out to that left side and just making a really good throw across his body. A long throw, too.
So move the chains into BC territory.
Wilkes is still over there getting checked out. Hopefully he's okay.
So it's 1st and 10. Stallworth in the backfield by himself. He'll roll here to the near side. Now looking. Winds up. Lets it go. Right down the middle of the field. Makai Williams is there. Intercepted in the end zone. Makai Williams, what a grab. And BC's going to get the football. Unbelievable pick there in the end zone. He was running one-on-one with Jarrett Kemp and had the inside track and made a one-handed grab while he was getting tackled in the end zone.
What an incredible interception that was. Great play by Makai Williams right there.
And now the offense takes over with a 2-score lead and a chance to really do some damage here with 1:21 to go in the third. Can bust this game open heading into the 4th. Luke leads his team back out there. 1st and 10 from the BC 20 off the Makai Williams interception. Cadets will go under center out of the flex bone. Here's the snap, end around give, and that goes maybe a couple of yards. Was that Ack Edwards off the right side? So give him a gain of 2. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8. And now they'll go back to a more spread formation. Trips here to the left. Twins up top, and BC will go empty set. Here's the snap. Luke going to counter back with a design quarterback run. Stays on his feet, somehow spins up towards the 25. And he'll get 3 on the play to bring up 3rd down and 5. And Luke should have been tackled back at the 20 and somehow got out of there and brings up 3rd and short.
Luke is so athletic back there. I mean, just some of the plays that he makes, the little plays like that one there to get just 3 or 4 extra yards. Something special to have out of your quarterback.
So 3rd down here for the Cadets. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Empty set again as they motion out Nasir Samuel. He'll come set. Here's the snap. Luke, all kinds of time now, works to his right. He's going to tuck it and run it. He's got the 1st down 30 and runs out of bounds at the 35 with 7 seconds to go in the quarter. And good decision that time for Luke. Just It opened up on the backside, and there was nobody there.
Just taking what the defense is giving them right now.
7 seconds to go here in the third. Cadets have put a score on the board and managed to keep Hebron Christian off the scoreboard. Here's the snap. Inside give. That's going to be Nasir Samuel. And he will get maybe a yard to the 35, and we'll walk to the other 35 and set it up for the fourth quarter. We go to the final quarter. BC leads it 21-10 over Hebron Christian. We're coming right back here on WatchBCSports.com. Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. BC leads it 21-10, and they have the football. It'll be second down and 9 for the Cadets. And again, a score here early in the fourth, the way this game was going. Might be enough to get it done for BC tonight. This feels like a survive and advance type football game for the Cadets, where you might go look at the tape and go, we didn't play our best, didn't necessarily play poorly, did play our best, but might have a way to get out of this thing and survive and move on.
Yeah, you'll be able to go back on Monday and look at the tape and really have a couple weeks to fix some mistakes that, hopefully going into region play, they'll start really putting together, a really good 4 quarters of football, right? So a lot to look forward to.
Second down and 9. Cadets have the off week next week. 5 receivers in the formation for BC. Here's Luke. All by himself. He'll throw underneath screen. That is caught. Bubba Frazier out to the 40, and he'll lean out to the 42. Give him a gain of about 6. It'll bring up third down and about 2.5.
I hope we get some downwind like this tomorrow morning on the golf course.
Yeah, the wind's picked up here in the last quarter. A cool night. It's probably the first kind of football weather kind of night we've had so far. You got the 8 a.m. tea time in the morning?
9 o'clock.
Here's the snap on third down. Pocket collapses. Bryce Baker steps out of there in a nice open field tackle. Does Bryce have enough for the first down? He went and stiff armed number 6, Max Stove, and he is right at the 6. They're going to give him the first down at the 44-yard line. And
Bryce had a very physical stiff arm on Stove, and he did a really good job of just hanging on for dear life right there.
Yeah, that was grit and determination by number 3 right there, and give him the first down. He'll come off, and they'll put Nasir Samuel back out there. Nas to the right of Luke. He'll put twins either side. Now move back Edwards across the formation. Here's the snap. Luke, had a clean rush. Somehow got out of there. Now comes back near side and gets rid of the football at the last minute. Are they going to call Luke for intentional grounding? No. Thought the near side official was reaching, but boy, that was just the elusiveness of Luke Cromenhawk. BC missed a guy coming on a free rush.
Yep.
And almost got hit 2 or 3 times and just ended up with an incompletion.
Yeah, Luke got hit hard right there on our sideline.
I think that's what Danny Britt's asking the official there, if he got. Are they saying was it a fumble? Are they arguing if it was a fumble or an incomplete pass? I mean, he clearly threw it forward.
Yeah, he definitely threw it a few yards forward.
And so now what are they doing? We have an official's timeout. And because they got the ball marked back at the 39, so were they going to say he stepped out maybe? I mean, he threw the football. You can see the coach is saying he threw the football. It looks like BC is going to lose this appeal. It's going to be second down and 16.
Those are the plays where you wish you had video review in high school football.
Certainly. Here's the snap. Luke with 5 wide, looking. All kinds of time. Going to throw underneath Rashawn Matthews at the 40, 45, turns the corner, 50, and we'll have the first down, and a flag comes out late.
Might be a hold.
And that was just the old underneath drag route there from Rashawn Matthews.
I think we're going to get hit on a holding call on the far side.
That would have been Bubba Frazier out there, and that's what it is. The flag is beyond the stick, so it still may end up being a positive play if you move it from the spot of the foul. Instead of 3rd and 16, it'll maybe only be 3rd and, maybe 7 or 8. They're going to put the ball down at the BC 47-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and about 8. Cadets need the 45 of Hebron Christian for a 1st down. Clock rolls at 10.5 to go here in this ball game. Cadets trying to improve to 5-0. We'll talk more about that, and we'll chat with Danny Britt in the Coach's Corner postgame show. 5 wides again, trips to the near side. Here's Luke. Straight drop, pressured out here to the right. Looking, trying to buy some time, now throws it and has a man. Edwards caught, dragging across the field at the 43. He'll lean ahead to the 40 and a 1st down for BC.
Luke felt some serious pressure coming off his backside, but that's just one of those things that you have as a quarterback, that mental clock on when you know you got to get out of there. And he did a phenomenal job extending that play and finding Edwards on the sideline for a 1st down.
And we have a Hebron Christian player down, cramping up a little bit. Can't see who it is here on the near sideline. And so we'll have a quick stoppage of play. But again, last handful of possessions, handful of plays, really, we've really seen the elusiveness of Luke Kromenhoek. Buying time, that time felt pressure from the backside, ran from the far hash all the way over here to the near sideline and found Edwards running a long drag route across the field.
Yeah, he keeps his eyes downfield when he's rolling outside of the pocket, trying to extend plays, and that's something that makes Luke so special. Is yes, he can beat you with his feet, but he's always looking to get the ball down the field to his receivers when he's running all over the field to try to extend plays when the defense is getting after him a little bit.
As a quarterback, how much patience do you have there, not just instinctively saying they're running me down, let me just tuck it and get what I can get?
A lot, because in those situations, you're 5 to 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So if you run out of bounds, it's a loss of down or loss of yardage, and you don't want to throw the ball away if you don't have to. So
5 receivers again. They'll put trips to the top side. Here's the snap. They'll give to Rashawn Matthews on a jet sweep. Tries to turn the corner and can't get there. Nice pursuit by the Lions that time. Maybe loses a half yard. Back across the 40 to the 41. So it'll be 2nd and 11. Clock, though, continues to roll. 9:50 to go here in this one.
"73 degrees here tonight." Doesn't get much better than
this. Yeah, I was going
this.
to say, it feels great. Here at Memorial Stadium, you're starting to see those flags across the way below towards the right end zone, the south end zone where BC is working. So here's Luke on 2nd and 11. Stutters, now he's going to tuck it, try to get back to the 40, jumps ahead, maybe gets that yard back. It'll be 3rd and 10. And good coverage downfield by the Lions, and Luke had to tuck it and get out of there. So if you try a Connor Ferguson field goal, if you get a few more yards, it'd be a 57-yarder from here. At least you have a little wind going with you.
Yeah, and not only that, he's definitely going to get it into the end zone, which is pretty much a punt. So
4 wides. They'll move Rashawn Matthews right to left. And here's the snap. Luke, he's got a free blitzer again. They set up the screen. This is going to be, who is that? Bryce Baker makes a man miss in the open field and goes for a touchdown. 40-yard touchdown reception on the screen from Bryce Baker. And I think there's some ankles out there about the 20-yard line. He cut back at the 20, and whoever was trying to wrap him up just hit the dirt, and that was it.
Incredible cut right there by Bryce.
And I believe that's Bryce Baker's 3rd touchdown of the night. Might he go back-to-back here for Cool Vibes player of the game? Here's the snap. The kick is up. Connor Ferguson drives it through. It's 28-10. BC pulling away here. 8:34 to go. You're listening to Cadets Football on WatchBCSports.com.
You know, Christian, after a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Cool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Cool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Cool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's coolvibespizza.com. Cool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Cool Vibes. You know, Christian, after a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just got.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. A 40-yard pitch and catch from Luke Cromenhawk to Bryce Baker. And Stevie, you said great play call. The screen, Luke was facing a free rusher and hung in there long enough to dump it over the top of that defensive line to Bryce Baker.
Yeah, we caught him cheating. They were bringing a little bit of pressure, brought one extra guy. Luke was able to dump it over, but incredible play call by Coach DePhillips and Coach Coleman right there. On a 3rd and 10, it ends up resulting in a touchdown.
Here's Connor Ferguson to tee it up and kick it off once again. Connor going to drive it up the left hash, and that is way in the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for Hebron Christian with 8:34 to go. And now you kind of make them a little one-dimensional because with 8 minutes to go, you're down 18. You need scores every time.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this last week, kind of in a very similar position late in the game. We had scored 31 unanswered. Ware County's playing from behind. The time's starting to work against them. So just keep the football in front of you. And when their guys when they do make plays, when they catch the ball, when they're running the football, just keep it in front of you and get their guys on the ground.
8:34 here, 1st and 10 for the Lions. They'll go with, now they'll run on Stallworth and Caldwell. And now flags come flying everywhere.
We're going to have too many guys on the field. We got 12 guys.
Yeah, you got a tight end in the formation, 4 wides. Yeah, legal substitution.
That's going to help BC's case here, backing them up a little bit with their backs towards the end zone.
Make it 1st and 15 from the Lions' 15-yard line. Bryce Baker back out there at linebacker. And here's the snap. Dug out and straight ahead. This is going to be Caldwell, and he's tripped up. Looked like Sam Gross got a hand out there, maybe tripped him up. Gets out to the 18-yard line. They'll be 2nd down and 12.
Really important right here for the defense to get off the field, get the ball back in the offense's hands, let them go down, score another touchdown, put the game away, and really have some good momentum going into the off week.
And again, it wasn't pretty at times coming off the big Ware County win, but they've got it together here offensively when they needed to and have pulled away. Here's Stallworth out of a shotgun. He'll take the snap. Inside give to Caldwell. Tries to bounce it outside and brought down. That's going to be Sam Gross again with the tackle. And not sure why we had a whistle there. 7:43, the clock should be rolling. Now it is. We say no flags there. It'll be 3rd down and 8 from the 22 of Hebron Christian. Cadets have Bryce Baker out in coverage. And they'll have 3rd Scroggins hand in the dirt from the left side, rushing off the edge. Here's the snap. Stallworth gets it out, has a man, and it is caught up at the 29-yard line. He's going to be short. That is Barrett Bruce.
Oh, man, that's a heck of a spot.
Did he just get the he caught it at the 29. They mark him at the 30. Are they going to give him the first down? There's no way that was a first down. They're going to give him the first down.
Wow.
Not a chance he had the 30-yard line. He caught it coming back to the football at the 29. That's a bad spot. Lions will have a first down. Clock rolls at 6:52. 3 here to the near side, 1 up top. Here's Stallworth. Straight drop. Tries to avoid the rush, and he's going to be brought down. Tripped up. Sam Gross again has had a heck of a last 3 or 4 plays. And Stallworth only gets 2.
Another name that's coming up a lot here in the second half. Playing really good football.
And if he doesn't grab the ankles there, Stallworth probably gets 8 or 9 there on first down. Instead, it's a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8. Stallworth now on 2nd down, looking. Got pressure, going to step up in the pocket and throw behind. And incomplete. He was looking for Barrett Bruce again. Wilkes Albert was in the coverage for BC. And 3rd down and 8. And Jeremiah Thomas almost brought him down. He got his hand on him and just, I thought one hand was going to be enough. He needed 2.
Most of the time, one hand is enough for Jeremiah Thomas.
Clock stop with 6:04 to go. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Here's the snap, Stallworth. Going to give it inside, and Larson Little's going to meet him up there at the 34 and spin him back. He'll get some help. But he was the first to get him. Maybe a gain of 2 to bring up 4th down and 7. As Caldwell tried to go off the right side. Yeah, it looks like Hebron Christian with 5:42 and rolling is going to go for this. And you kind of have to.
Yeah, time's starting to really work against them here.
No difference in 35-10 or 28-10. And maybe they let the clock run down and call timeout. 14 on the play clock. And you can see some of their coaches standing right by the official. I think that's what they're going to let it do. Run the clock down and call timeout. And they do. And now I would imagine they'll punt the football on 4th down and 6. We'll step aside really quickly here and come right back. You're listening on WatchBCSports.com. Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. It'll be 4th down and 6. Ball's on the Lions 34. They need the 40. If BC gets out of this, there'll be about 5 minutes to go in the ball game. And you would imagine even from that close in could burn up a good amount of this ball game. And the Lions are going to go for this. They've got Stallworth out there and Caldwell. Caldwell came in averaging about 150 yards a ball game on the ground. He is well short of that.
They've done a really good job containing him tonight. And I think probably game plan for that all week, getting ready for that heavy rush.
Now they're checking back near side. Play clock's already down to 10 coming out of the timeout. And here's the snap for the Lions. Stallworth going to roll near side, look underneath, and incomplete. He was looking for Bruce coming underneath. Makai Williams in the coverage, and now BC going to take over 1st and 10 from the 34 of Hebron Christian. And now I would imagine you're just going to see a heavy dose of running the football and try to milk that clock all the way down.
Yep, this is where you want to get out of this game. Solid win. And keeping everybody healthy.
Everybody huddled up here on the near side for BC. Danny Britt's telling them, let's go, let's go. Kind of hanging on the sideline a little longer than he liked. Play clock's down to 10. Luke Cromenhawk's got to get him lined up. 5 seconds, 4 seconds on the play clock, and just going to get it off. Inside give Nasir Samuel, and he gets tackled for a loss of 4, and I think that'll be one come film study. We say we didn't get even on the field till 10 on the play clock, and it was a disaster from the jump.
Yeah, a lot to look at on the film, but again, you got an entire week to kind of take a good look at the film, maybe an extra day or two watching it, being able to fix those mistakes and get ready for region play.
Loss of 4, make it 2nd and 14. Trips here to the near side. Luke's going to fling it all the way across to Ack Edwards. He'll make a man miss. 40, 35, and helmet comes off, brought down at the 30. And he'll get about 7 back. And Stevie, how hard is that throw as a quarterback? Again, from the far hash, throws it all the way to the numbers here on the near side.
Yeah, we talk about Luke being able to throw the long ball and how incredible his arm is, but those throws are just as hard. I mean, making that throw from the far hash all the way over to the sideline on a receiver screen. I mean, one, you got to get the ball out quick. You're only going to be able to hold those blocks for so long. Just really, really accurate, quick throw by Luke.
4:12 and counting here in the fourth. 3rd down and about 6. Now motion Houston Jackson out to the left. Luke on a straight drop. Looking, now is going to pull it and throw it over the defense. There's Rashawn Matthews, 10, 5, touchdown. Everybody lost number 7. And that's Luke Cromenhawk. A 30-yard hookup to Rashawn Matthews, and BC extends the lead 34-10.
Yeah, really nice play by Luke right there to step up in the pocket. He kind of tucked the ball as if he was going to run it. Defense bites down, and he just brings it back up there and flicks it out there.
Another touchdown pass for Luke Cromenhawk tonight. And he has really played well. Point after for Connor Ferguson is up, and it is right through there and good. 35-10. Just inside 4 minutes to go here in this one, and the Cadets starting to pull away. Again, if you're just joining us, it was 14-10 at halftime. So a 4-point ball game is now 35-10. And Stevie, you said it. Hey, come out second half and look like a different team. I don't know if it's been as clean even as they would have wanted, but at the end of the day, you're up 25 here with 4 minutes to go.
I can tell you it's definitely not as clean as Coach Danny Britt wants it to be. You could play pretty much perfect football, and there's going to be something that he's going to want you to do better, but that's why this program is where it's at. And he's done an incredible job getting these guys to go into halftime, make some adjustments tonight, and come out in the second half, be able to score 21 unanswered. I mean, exactly what we needed to do.
Connor Ferguson's got it teed up on the 40. 3:55 to go here in this one. And Connor's just going to drive it up the left hash, and that is way in the end zone again. I think all but one have gotten in the end zone tonight for Connor, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20. And now Hebron Christian will see what they try to do. Kind of a couple of schools of thought here. I guess as a coach, you can try to run your offense and keep fighting, or you can say, look, let's just try to burn up 3:55, get a couple of first downs, and go home.
I definitely think they're still going to try to stick to their plan. They got some guys limping around out there. It's been a long, hard-fought game for Hebron, but still got to run your offense and try to execute and make plays.
Here's the snap. They'll give it off the right side out to the 20. No gain goes Jarvis Mathurin, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. So 3:40 and rolling. A lot of the BC folks starting to head to the parking lot. Hope they'll dial us up while they're out there on the way home. We'll have the Coach's Corner postgame show for you coming up once we are done. Reminder, Coach's Corner going to have a lot of football for you. The place to go. Georgia, South Carolina, a lot of good football games tomorrow across the college landscape. Go watch them. Soak it all in right there at Coach's Corner. Here's the give coming here to the near side and brought down from behind. Was that Wilkes Albert? It was. Wilkes Albert brought him down out at the 23-yard line. Mathurin again. And Wilkes has had him a whale of a night.
It's glad to see him back out on the field, shaking up a little bit earlier, but looks to feel good now.
So 3rd down and 7. Clock keeps rolling. Hebron Christian in no hurry offensively here. Down to 2:35 in the ball game.
Much needed off week coming for BC. I mean, start off playing Jenkins, and then you go on the road, 2 really good opponents, and Julius Chambers, and then Westminster. Play obviously probably the game of the year in the regular season last week, and now a hard-fought game tonight.
Here's the give to the near side, and going to have the 1st down out across the 30 to the 35. Wilkes Albert came flying in late. Somebody took a shot here on the near sideline.
The camera guy took a beating over there.
Wilkes Albert going to come out. And they got Andrew Trammell taking his spot in there at the middle linebacker. And I think the game Wilkes has had, no one taking more chances with him with 2 minutes to go. Here is Stallworth. Are they going to run kind of a wildcat look? He'll roll here to the near side. Looking, throws underneath. It's going to be caught at the 40, hit immediately. And Trammell there along with Marquis Williams. We'll bring him down. It'll be second down and about 2. Out at the Lions 42. Clock continues to roll. 1:22 to go. And again, one of the one touchdown came on a big play over the middle. Kind of a BC lost track of one of the guys running right down the middle. Got behind the linebackers. And outside of that, it's been tough sledding. Here's the snap. They'll work near side and brought down right at the sticks. They'll have enough for the first down. Is the running back KJ Thomas. So move the chains with 53 seconds. And the clock starts to roll, 45 and counting here. Stallworth out of a shotgun. He'll take the snap and look, throws it behind his intended receiver. They kind of ran the double slant move, had an inside slant, kind of the intermediate guy ran another one. He threw it behind both of them. It'll be second down and 10. BC going to improve to 5-0 here on the season. So we're at the halfway point. Or really, if you talk about team goals, you're at the 1/3 mark.
Yeah.
you want to play 10 more ball games after this.
Absolutely. BC's right on track for that too.
36 seconds to go, second down and 10. Stallworth takes a snap, looks here to the near side, incomplete. Maxwell was there in coverage, but it was thrown kind of down and away from Barrett Bruce. We'll bring up third down and 10. 29 seconds to go in this one. Again, cadets are off next week. And then they'll be back at home in 2 weeks right here against New Hampstead. The Phoenix are playing down in Richmond Hill tonight. Third down and 10. Now we're ready. Stallworth takes the snap. He'll give it to Thomas. Thomas at the 45, 40, and brought down at the 39. Nice run of about 17. And it'll be a first down for Hebron Christian. And Thomas was the one that I think scored one of those touchdowns. Just took off. Has great speed. And now inside 10 seconds. Last play of the ball game. What do we have? Trouble with the sticks with 8 seconds. And we're going to have a stoppage of play so they can get the yardage markers untangled over there on the far sideline. Now we're ready. 6.5 seconds to go in this one. Clock starts rolling. 5 seconds. 4. Are they going to get the snap off? They do. Here's the snap. The give is to KJ Thomas and going nowhere. And brought down by Larson Little to end the ball game, a loss of 2. And that will do it. BC improves to 5-0, 35-10. They beat Hebron Christian Academy tonight. Hebron Christian falls to 3-2 on season. And again, the cadets at the halfway mark enter the off week at a perfect 5-0. So, Stevie Powers, your thoughts here on this one tonight?
Yeah, it felt like to start the game, there was a little bit of a drag. Like you said, the hangover from last week's big win, and came out in the second half and did a phenomenal job. I mean, 21 unanswered points, played really well on defense all night, in my opinion. Definitely got some things to clean up offensively. I think defensively as well across the board, and even on special teams. You had a missed field goal tonight. So some things to clean up and to work on, but got 2 weeks to do it.
And again, that's always good when you enter the bye week 5-0 and you'll come back and start region play. So that's when it gets extra important. And you've got some good teams in region. New Hampstead's played very well. Burke County has played really well. Wayne County should be a good football team there as well. So you got to come out and bring it every Friday night to try to get it done here in region. 35-10, our final score. Stevie and I are coming right back with the Coach's Corner post-game show. We'll name our Cool Vibes Pizza player of the game as well and look to chat with the head coach of the BC Cadets, Danny Britt, here on the post-game show and more. We're coming right back here. Final score, Benedictine 35, Hebron Christian 10. We're coming right back here on WatchBCSports.com.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. We also know that every play needs a plan. And if you're running with the best of them, you need the experience of a company that's been around since 1934. Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance proudly support our players and coaches because we know what it takes to build a winning team that you can count on when the game gets rough. Bernard Williams Insurance and Financial Services. Trust in the power of the shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
Bowtie Barbecue has always been a work of passion. It takes time, skill, and a blend of perfect temperature, wood, smoke, and meats. We just took it up a notch. Taste the passion. Bowtie Barbecue, 6724 Waters Avenue, Savannah.
You know, Christian, after a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Cool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Cool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Cool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's coolvibespizza.com. Cool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Cool Vibes.
Final score, BC 35-10. And again, reminder tomorrow, Coach's Corner, the place to be for all of your college football action. Georgia and South Carolina tomorrow. Georgia Tech, Ole Miss, some good football games there across the state of Georgia. Georgia Southern going up to Wisconsin. So go to Coach's Corner and take part in all the action there tomorrow at Coach's Corner on Victory Drive in Thunderbolt. But our final score here, 35-10. Stevie Powers, BC improves to 5-0. That's obviously point number one. You got the win. Where do you feel like, again, second kind of game sandwiched around Ware County where you feel like maybe early in the game energy wasn't there, that focus, kind of the key word for BC this year, wasn't there and couldn't finish some drives?
Yeah, I mean, definitely felt that coming into the game, and then obviously the first couple of drives where we're putting together some really nice drives, just not finishing those drives. And I think we go into the second half, we kind of reconvene, talk about some things, make some adjustments, came out and took care of business.
Defensively, again, another solid effort. A couple busted plays, which seemingly every team's going to have those, but a couple of busted plays, again, maybe plagued them on defense. But outside of that, really able to keep the ball in front of them for most of the night and provided a lot of pressure.
Yeah, no, they did a fantastic job on defense. I mean, hey, listen, Hebron's a really good football team. I mean, they came out and made some really good plays early in the game. They kind of punched us in the face a little bit, but we were able to stand the ground again, make adjustments, and just keep pushing.
And again, the back end played really well tonight on the defensive side. That was a big question mark for this team coming in as 3 new starters. How are guys going to fill their roles? And again, they played another very physical football game.
Yeah, very physical football game and an incredible interception there in the end zone that kind of really swung the momentum our way. And really from that point on, that was kind of a dagger. You know, when you look at the way the football game played out and looking back, it was pretty much a dagger for Hebron.
And again, those 3 levels of defense played great. You got great pressure. Wilkes Albert tonight was all over the place defensively. And I know Coach Britt talks about having a nose for the football, and Wilkes certainly does have that.
Absolutely. Wilkes did a fantastic job. And then, Scroggins up there coming from the DM position. I mean, he was all over that left tackle all night. So just putting pressure on the quarterback, making him move around and having to make plays with his feet.
offensively, again, it took him a minute, but Luke still with another pretty good game. I think ends up with a rushing touchdown and 3 touchdown passes for him tonight. So end of the day, you go, man, they kind of were sputtering around a little bit, but he's going to have the one interception, which again kind of hit his arm and fluttered one out there. It wasn't a bad throw or anything, a bad read. It was just got hit as he threw it. He's going to end up having another really good night tonight when you look back at the stat line, and a big reason why BC kind of got it going again offensively.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you take a look at that and you look at the course of the game, and he's not making those big hit throws, those 50-yard, 60-yard touchdown passes, but still puts together a really nice game. And as a quarterback, you've got to be that. You got to be consistent. And in these games, you got to really kind of slow down, take a step back, and just kind of take control of the game. And he did just that.
Another guy that continues to impress, and I know I talked to Coach Britt at the coaches show this week, and he's like, our goal is to kind of get Bryce Baker 7 to 10 touches.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have but about that many again tonight. He had 2 touchdown passes, 2 touchdowns, and made some really big plays for you offensively.
Yeah, well, that's all he needs is about 7 to 10 touches, because he's going to put a couple of touchdowns in the end zone with those touches. So, yeah, he did a fantastic job. Then obviously another great game on defense as well.
And that's one that I'm interested to see how that dynamic goes, because obviously you get into region play the 5 straight weeks. You need him on defense. You need him to make some of those plays, how they continue to get him involved in the game. Because obviously against Ware, when the game was on the line, he was out there. And how much can you go deep into the season playing both ways like that?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you got to be conditioned for it, but that goes back to June, right, when the summer starts and those summer workouts. And Bryce has obviously put into work to be able to do that. So hats off to him and the athletic training staff for keeping him on the field and keeping him healthy. He's done a phenomenal job.
35 to 10, our score tonight. Danny Britt still talking with some of those guys down there. We'll step aside, take another break, come back on our Coach's Corner postgame show. We'll name our Cool Vibes Pizza player of the game as well. And you are listening along here on WatchBCSports.com.
Bowtie Barbecue has always been a work of passion. It takes time, skill, and a blend of perfect temperature and wood smoke and meats. We just took it up a notch. Taste the passion. Bowtie Barbecue, 6724 Waters Avenue, Savannah. Bowtie Barbecue.
Alongside me, Stevie Powers tonight as we get ready to name our Cool Vibes Pizza player of the game. A lot of guys we could go to. Bryce Baker had a great game. Luke Cromenhawk, but you and I both kind of talked about it. And Wilkes Albert all over the field defensively, and while your offense was sputtering, he was out there making a bunch of plays, a bunch of tackles for you.
Doing his job. I mean, sideline to sideline and really filling gaps tonight. He was busy, and I think he kind of knew that coming into the game with their rushing attack. He did a fantastic job.
So Wilkes Albert, our Cool Vibes Pizza player of the game as we continue along here on the Coach's Corner post-game show. Great place to go for all of your college football coming up tomorrow with the best place, most TVs. Go check it out tomorrow. Stevie's going to hand the headset over to Coach Danny Britt here as he joins us on the post-game show. And, Coach, we talked about it earlier. It's like, would there be the Ware County hangover, and kind of in that first half there, your offense moved the football, and Stevie and I talked about it. You moved the football, but really didn't have a lot to show for it, of your own doing there.
Yeah, and there was definitely that hangover, and I was scared to death of it all week, and they never stopped us in that first half. We, get it down there to the 1 and then fumble there. We miss a chip shot field goal, which we just got to fix, and it was not taking nothing away from them. They played hard and had some good players. It was just, it was us that was stopping ourselves.
And again, we could kind of see you guys were moving the football and just couldn't get that momentum. Luke had an interception where his arm got hit, and it was like, it's going to be one of those kind of games. Right. I guess it's probably what you were thinking, where just nothing comes easy. But offensively, in the second half, you guys were able to get it on track, continue to move the football, and then once again, when you needed some plays, Luke, Bryce, they came through for you.
Yeah, definitely. We've got to feed Bryce. We're going to have to make some decisions on how we're going to do that. And but yeah, he's a dude. He's just such a special talent on the offensive side that we got to find a way to do it. And Luke did a good job. And I mean, that was I thought in the first quarter I was like, okay, we're fixing to break out of this. You know, you get a score, we'll be fine. And it just kept on. It just kept. It was like being in quicksand a little bit. You just kind of we can't. The harder we fought, it seemed the further we sank. So I'm proud. That's part of it. Every season you go, there's those games. And after last week, it was just such a great energy, such a great win. Practice was good this week, but it was like pulling teeth a little bit. Like we forced it to be good, and they handled it. So we just got to, in order to be a champion, you got to do it each and every week, every time.
Defensively, though, played pretty well. 10 points, none in the second half. They kind of busted a play on you, got behind your linebackers for a big play. And
Right.
Wilkes Albert, we were talking about Wilkes was everywhere for you guys tonight. How do you feel defensively you handled them?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought we lost contain too much. We got to work on that. And that's been something the first half of the season. We lost contain. We gave up that a skinny post in our cover 2 coverage, and the safety should have been all over it. I think he was just simply too deep and didn't drive on it. I'm not exactly sure. I've checked the film, but things like that we can fix, and we've got to get fixed. But other than that, I thought the defense played pretty daggone good.
Yeah, I was going to say another game again where your front 3 guys, I guess you could, depending on where you have Bryson and third Scroggins lined up, but 3-4 guys, they were getting pressure back there pretty consistently most of the night and being disruptive in the defensive front.
Yeah, we've been getting pressure pretty well all year. It's just now that was a good athletic quarterback, and that was his thing, get him on the edge, but we've got to be able to get to the sacks, not just putting pressure on.
The back end of your defense, I thought, played pretty well tonight, and we talked about it yesterday on the coaches show. They played physical, and I think you saw that again. You had Zach Maxwell come up, had a couple big hits. Antonio Hanson-Man had a couple good, and certainly Mackay has continued to really kind of assert himself in that safety position.
Yeah, definitely. I thought they did some things well. I know Marquis got beat one time when he was man on man. He was actually in position. We've gotten in a habit a little bit about being in position and staring at the receiver and never getting our head around to the ball. And we've got to work on that. That's something we'll work on in the off week. But yeah, they played well. They have played very physical, and I'm proud of that. Mackay is a special athlete. He can do some things and that are really different.
I was going to say his interception there, kind of to help seal it in the end zone, was a pretty unbelievable
that
interception.
was a very, very good football play right there, very athletic play, and he is extremely athletic, got great ball skills, and yeah, that was probably the play of the game there as far as the energy. I told the kids, I said, well, we sucked the energy out of the crowd. It was a great crowd. Now they weren't as into it as last week, obviously, but that's our fault. I really think we just kind of made it ho hum.
Coach, you go into an off week now. How do you treat it? I know most coaches would say, hey, if I could have an off week, stick it right in the middle. Well, it's right in the middle for you guys. How do you kind of treat this? Because it really does break your season into 5 non-region games, take a break, 5 region games to finish.
I think every year is different, and you got to feel your team and know where they're at. A break is good for us right now. I think the coaches will agree, the players will agree. We need that break. We've been full speed go, lots of traveling, we need the break. So physically, I'm going to give them a break. That we're going to lift and run. And of course, we'll practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we'll give them Monday and Friday completely off, other than the weight room. And we'll meet Monday, but physically they won't have to do anything.
How do you guys spend the off week as coaches? Do you go out next Friday and try to watch a game, or how do you kind of treat next week from a coaching standpoint?
No, I just told the boys that Stephanie has booked me a cabin in Tennessee in the mountains. So we're going to the mountains. We got film. Film is everywhere. It's fine, and I used to do that. I don't want the coaches doing that. They need to go off, see their family. I think it's better to get away a little bit, watch some college ball, do whatever heck you want to do, go hunting, whatever it is you do, but spend time with your family, and then we'll come back and get after it again, because it's a long season.
Coach Danny Britt joining us here on the postgame show. Coach, congratulations on the win. Enjoy the off week, and we will see you Thursday at Bowtie Barbecue for the coaches show. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you.
Coach Danny Britt joining us here on the postgame show. We will see you Thursday for the coaches show. Talk about the off week coming up this week as well. Again, BC improves to 5-0. They win at 35-10 over Hebron Christian, and we will see you next Thursday for the coaches show, and we will see you in 2 weeks right here at Memorial Stadium as the Benedictine Cadets take on New Hampstead to start off region play. Final score 35-10. Have a great evening, everyone, and thanks for watching or listening to the ball game, watching the post-game show, the Coach's Corners post-game show here on WatchBCSports.com.